Hi, everybody. Ah, look at all these cords. What a mess. How are you guys? Sorry, I should have probably got this all done before I came on, but I was so excited to see you. I just had to jump on. So, here I am. I was looking at the polls, and it looks like you guys, second more than the twin flame reading, you guys wanted a DM and DF reading. So I was like, okay, all right, let's do this. Let's do this shit. So here I am. All right. So off we go. If I can even find and make sense of my desk. Oh my gosh. How are you guys? Hi. Look at you all looking at my mess. Just like, damn, Stephanie. Can you clean your workspace? Yeah, I know. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm not going to do it tonight. Tonight is not the night. It's just not. I've had a good day, though. How have you guys been? Did you guys have a good day? Did you guys have a good day? Hi, Markers. Hi. You had a good day? I hope so. Look at you. Hi. Hi, Samuel. Hi, OG Queen. Oh, you had a good day. OG had a good day. Yay. All right. Well, let's do this. I feel like I want to scooch this. Hopefully I don't mess you up. Man, I probably did mess you up. Oh, well. Guys, this isn't the most beautiful setup right now, but we're just going to go with it. Okay? Or maybe I'll lift you up a little bit. All right, we're just going to go with it. Excuse the mess. All right? Let's just do it. Just do it, Steph. Sometimes you just got to go and do it. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. Hi, everybody. All right, so welcome in, welcome in. This is going to be a Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine reading. I'm going to go ahead and start with Divine Masculine on the top, and then we'll do a Divine Feminine here on the bottom. Ooh, hello, L Pro. Yes, you're here. Hi, I'm so happy to see you. Welcome. Hi, guys. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Sunval. All right. All right, so Divine Masculine on top, Divine Feminine on bottom. All right, Divine Feminine. Well, I know these fell out and you all are like, Steph, what did they say? I know, we got 3 of them. 1, be you, avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, be you, right? No one needs to avoid criticism. The other one was eat healthy. You are what you eat. Watch what you eat, femme. The last one was deep thought is good for the soul, so reflect. All right, so those were the extra ones for the femme. Okay. Did you guys find today peaceful? I am so happy. I want it to stay fall. I am not in the mood for winter. So Colorado just better stop any crazy thinking about an early winter. Okay? So it better just stop it. We're not going there. We're not doing it. It was like 80 degrees today, and it was beautiful. There was fall leaves. People are putting their Halloween decorations out. I am all in the spirit. I need to do it. You know, I really need to just start decorating and doing stuff. But my neighbors were, so that was inspiring. Went on a walk. It was really great. Did some work, spent time with the kids. Got a little bit too into Facebook. Shouldn't have done that today. Guys, stay off of it. It really can be addicting and like upset you. Why are we doing that to ourselves? Why am I doing that to myself? Anyways, I'm going to go on a Facebook fast and just not. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. I really don't need to. You know, I was thinking of just deleting it, honestly, but we'll see how it goes. All right, Divine Masculine on the top. Divine Masculine on top. All right. Divine Feminine on the bottom. I should think so. Divine Feminine All right. I'm just pulling out the cards as we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and just use my tarot. All right. Good news, guys. The rest of my tarots are being sent out this week. I just had to get a little bit more funding on that, and I did. So, yay, that's good. So things are going to be good with that. I'm really excited. Things are going to be changing around JKS. From now on, I'm not going to do pre-orders. I'm just going to do like Mystic Moon and just have orders on hand and literally advertise them on my channel physically when I have them, so you know how much is available and let people know when they're going. Kind of like a live auction kind of thing. So I will be changing the way I do things in the future, which is good. So for all of you guys that have been patient for like a year, thank you so much. I appreciate you for hanging in there. All right, Divine Masculine on top. You got 2 of mine. All right, let's pull some more. Divine Masculine. All right, let's go with 4. I'm feeling 4. I'm feeling that vibe. Divine Feminine. Let's get you now. In relation to your DM, how are you feeling about these cards? Okay. I don't, we'll see. I feel like this one is a pentacle. I don't know why. I feel like the masculine's all physical, which is weird because, I don't know. I just did the Twin Flames and the Divine Feminine was all about pentacles, so we'll see if that's going to be changing around, but this is a timeless reading. Let's just see what's going on with the femme. Divine Feminine, give me some more. Give me some more. Oh, all right. Well, she's just trying to talk to me like now. She's like, I ain't trying to be second, okay? You better just make me first, all right? I got time for this. No. All right, one more feminine. I know you ain't got no time, girl. But remember, for the feminines, you can also be a man because it's just an energy. She's telling me this one. Why you gotta have 2, femme? She wants 2. She wants 2. All right, you get 2, girl. Bottom of the line, bottom of the deck, we got here a ticking time bomb. And if you guys follow my channel, you guys know I usually pick about 3 from the bottom just to kind of see what's there at the bottom. So we have a ticking time bomb. Something's about to happen. All right, we've got some bottled up emotions also down here. So some people just feel like there's a lot of storms inside that really isn't coming out. There's also some passionate sexual energy with the Queen of Wands. So this is desire, passion, fire, okay? We have a fierce energy here. I feel like somebody is kind of calming the kitten, all right? There is this, I have to withhold, okay? I have to have some decorum. I can't let loose, but somebody wants to be a rabid tiger, like they want to go crazy. I don't know if that's all sexual or that's just anger or passion, but we've got someone here that just wants to just be crazy with that shit, okay? Somebody's really just trying to hold it all together, but really it's ready to burst out, okay? All right. Divine Masculine, we're going to start with you. Boom. First one, Pentacles. Knew it, called it. I knew you were all about pence. We have an earthy masculine. Today, that's what the reading's about. For those of you that have other signs, that's fine. Why don't you check the moon, the rising, which is the ascendant, the Venus, or the 7th house of the masculine, okay? If you don't know any of that shit, don't freak out and say he or she is not an earth sign, because that means you did not do your homework and you're following tarot with very little knowledge. Never judge people that are doing tarot on just the signs of one sun sign. Because, by the way, you also should be checking your Vedic, I can't talk today, which is 28 degrees backwards from your person's sign, which is 28 days backwards from your person's birthday. And you got to see what their sign is, okay? So, anyways, you should know that. Don't freak out if I call an earth sign and you're like, well, that puts me out of the water. That's not his sign. Well, you didn't check all the other shit. So don't freak out yet, All right. So anyways, we're talking about a divine masculine earth sign here. This for me right now, I'm feeling very Taurus, but it can also be the Capricorn and Virgo. We're not going to leave them out because this is a very broad energy. And to be honest, all the earth signs tend to hold back on their emotions. Masculine, you're trying to do the right thing is what I'm hearing. I'm just going to kind of channel you here for a minute. So masculine, if you're watching, channeling you means I'm going to kind of step into your energy and kind of speak like I'm you. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak for the masculines as a masculine on this card, okay? And it's going to be like I'm trying to do the right thing. I've got my head on straight. I'm responsible. I have a goal in mind. I don't see that I'm going to arrive there quickly, but I am on my way. I'm trying to be a better man, a better woman. I have a plan. I'm definitely on the move. I may not be as fast as the feminine would like me to be, but I am on the move. I'm making progress. And I do promise that I will arrive to the goal that is in my sight. I will succeed with whatever plan and strategy that I'm building, okay? It's a good plan. It's a nice plan. It's an honest plan. It comes from the heart. And I mean it with every part of my being. I will be a better person. And I'm making progress. And that's kind of what I'm feeling from this card, okay? So I love it. You know, originally this picture was from I can't talk. Seriously. Can y'all check if Mercury's in retrograde? Because what the fuck with me lately? Sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, this was from Brad Pitt in Legends of the Fall when he was coming home after he was gone for a very long time. And I think that speaks about a masculine that's been gone a very long time. In the movie Legends of the Fall, I was pissed the fuck off in that movie. Because I'm like, oh my God, okay, so you're sexy, you're hot, you're good looking. You want to go out and see the world, cool. But you have someone that you love here at home. And you're going to leave her? Yeah. And dumbass Brad Pitt left her, okay? Oh, and then she goes and falls for his brother and gets married. And I'm like, okay, this is hard to watch. But I watched it. But he came back home and she was like, what the fuck? Did you think I was going to wait for you for like forever? I was just going to be here like, I'm just here. No, she was a good looking woman. She had youth. She wanted to get married. Well, his brother ended up being wealthy, so she married well. But she didn't have any kids. She couldn't have children. She probably was an O negative blood type. In those days, O negative blood type women really rarely carried children. They had a lot of miscarriages because unless your baby is an O negative, which is extremely rare, or not doesn't have to be an O negative, but an RH negative blood type. If your baby is not an RH negative blood type, then you're gonna have a miscarriage unless you have a shot. And in those days, they didn't have shots. I know this because I'm an RH negative woman. I actually have an O negative blood type. When I get pregnant, I have to have a shot because unless my kids are negative, I'm going to have a miscarriage. So it's very important that I get my shot right away in the pregnancy. Anyways, this girl, she could not carry a child to full term. So she never had a baby. And then he comes back and he marries a young girl, much younger than him, that he remembers from when he was, a teenager. She was just a kid, and then she grew up into a beautiful woman, and he ends up marrying her. So anyways, it's not about the movie, but I think the movie definitely has something to do with this story. It's about disappearing for a long time, thinking that your love is going to come, you're going to be there waiting for you, and then you come back, and maybe it's too late. Okay, it's a promise that you're going to come back. But are you going to be too late is my question. Okay? When you come back, is your person already going to be moved on, DM? I don't know. But I feel like if you take too long, the love is still going to be there. But what about an actual relationship? So we're going to get to it. You know, The Legends of the Fall is a great movie. I think it's free on Prime right now if you want to watch it. But I'm a spoiler alert. I'm a spoiler alert you, okay? Should I not spoiler alert? Okay, I'm not going to spoiler alert. Let's just say something bad happens, okay? And I think it's because they went against the plan, okay? They went against the plan. God had a plan, right? There was a plan, and somehow, some way, they went against it and shit went crazy. That's what I'm saying. And I just think you have to follow your instincts. That's what I'm hearing. Don't be so stubborn and hard-headed. Follow your instincts. Oh, hi, honey. My daughter. My little sweetheart. Hi, sweetie. It's National Daughters Day. She knows. I told her. She's having a slumber party. Well, she's sleeping over. I love you, honey, so she's the best. So I'm going to keep it PG, sweets. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. The next card is Two of Swords, and my clock is chiming, so that's a sign. It's time to make a decision. Two of Swords, Libra energy, okay? This is kind of a Libra, Virgo cusping man or woman. That's kind of what I feel here. Doesn't have to be. Keep it open to the other air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Capricorn, and Taurus. You know, I already mentioned those. But since they're so close together, that's what I'm feeling. Because Libra is about justice, making a decision. And the clock was chiming, and I just feel like the decision must be made very quickly. A choice between two people. I really think the Divine Masculine has to choose what path he's going to take between two others. And I'm not saying that he has two choices. I'm not saying, masculine, that you have two women or two men that you can choose from. What I am saying is that's a possibility. But more than likely, you have a fork in the road. Right now, whatever path you choose is going to take you into a direction. And it's going to completely change your life. And I think right now, going inside and trusting your feelings, getting some direction here with your intuition is really important. And it's time to make smart decisions. DM, you might also be dealing with a Gemini or a Libra or Aquarius, okay? You might be. The next card is 10 of Wands, Burden. Thank you so much for the $10. The Legend of the... Are you kidding me, Fall? Get the hell out of here. That's too cool. I love it. So we have the 10 of Wands. And this is about a heavy burden. It's not that you can't carry it. It's that it's super hard. And it's painful. And it's time to just put it down and give it up. How much longer can you possibly go with this heavy feeling of shame? And this picture right here depicts shame to me. Does it not depict shame to all of you? This man is very shameful. He feels sad that he feels he's hurt Jesus Christ, that he's been bad, that he's been sinful, that he's been wrong, and he's been a part of his death, and he's sorry, and he's asking for forgiveness, salvation, freedom, redemption. He's asking, can you forgive me? And he's falling in Jesus's arms, asking for forgiveness, because there is shame. There is heavy burdens and heavy guilt. And sometimes, masculine, that's your feelings. But what's going on with you physically? Well, physically, hun, life is too hard. Life's so hard. Right now, work is so hard. It's literally hard for you to get up and go every day. You're feeling worn out. You're feeling drained. You're feeling very tired. You're also full of headaches. This is a very bad headache. You might have consistent migraines. I think somebody here may be questioning, do I have a tumor? Somebody here is thinking, Steph, I've been thinking for a long time. Do I have a tumor? Is something going on in my mind or my brain? Okay, so there's definitely this fear, all right? And the masculine may be thinking that, like, you know, why am I having these constant pains in my head? And there's some worry here that maybe I should just go to the doctor, but I feel like this person doesn't have insurance, or this person doesn't want to go to the doctors because of COVID-19, and I don't blame you. So you're like resisting going to get medical help. You're extremely worn out. You need to drink a lot of water. And I think you might be also experiencing a lot of anxiety and heavy weight on your chest, to where you feel like you can't breathe. And you're just like, I have a lot of weight on my chest, and I'm maybe worried about a heart attack, worried about that stress. Basically, this person is over worrying and really having a hard time making a decision. We're going to find out what this decision is about here in a second, but let's keep going. We have the Magician, another Gemini number right here, okay? It's also Virgo. We talked about Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Virgo. Now we have Gemini, Virgo. There's a lot of that, okay? Let's just say Virgo's probably the loudest one here so far. Anyways, so with the Magician card, this is about taking action. You want to take action, masculine. You really do. You're ready to go forth and manifest your life based on this decision. You know that when the decision is made and you put down the heavy burden of making the decision, life is just going to start popping off. And you know that there's going to be creation. It's good for you because right now you're stuck and you're in limbo. You're not doing much. You're just kind of living day to day. I kind of feel like you wake up. It's the same routine. You wake up, you let the dogs out, you go for a walk, you get some coffee, you maybe pop a cigarette in your mouth, or maybe you go for a run or whatever, and you get in your car, you wash it, you clean it out, you get gas, you teach the kids, or, you do some kind of work. And it's like you have this regimen, you have this routine, and it's the same shit every day. You haven't changed your routine in a while. And there are some changes because of COVID. And I feel like your routine has changed. And it's not that you chose to change it. It just changed because the world changed. So now you're like, well, I have to change the way I'm doing things. And now you feel stressed and more burdened. I think money might be tight. Like you feel like money is a stretch and you're making it paycheck to paycheck. Or you're barely getting everything taken care of and you're worrying about your future when you're older. There is somebody that worries about what are they going to be doing as an elderly retired person. Are they going to have money to live on? There's someone very worried about that. So we have someone that moonlights and does something on the side, okay? Whoever this is has some kind of an investment money scheme. Maybe it's a side business, maybe it's an online business. Whatever this is, there's some kind of side hustle going on, okay? Thank you for the 1111, Jenny Justice. I'm on point, girl. I love you. Jenny, you're too cute. So yeah, let's make some money on the side because I don't know how long, this shit's gonna last. And so someone's trying to manage their money very wisely, which is beautiful. It's very good. Let's see the oracle that you got here. Self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So you're really trying to be a better man or a better woman for you because you've been feeling like shit. Let's not lie. You've been feeling like shit. This is like, yeah, I do feel like shit. I do want to be a better man or a better woman. I'm starting to do things differently. I do think there's a masculine that meditates with gemstones. I do. I mean, for masculines, it's not typical. But for this one, it sure as shit is. Okay, this masculine goes and gets him or herself some gemstones. And yes, they light a candle and they manifest and they meditate with that shit. They really do. And I don't know if everybody else knows it, but they do it. I think this person would also wear gemstones maybe around their wrist, maybe around their neck. Maybe they keep one in their car, like around their car mirror, or they keep it in a safe space. I don't know, maybe a glove box, but they carry something with them, okay? And I do think this person has secrets in their wallet. Now, that's kind of old school because nowadays, younger people, we keep secrets in our phone, you know? But this cat here is old school. So this person has a wallet and has pictures or, you know, numbers or some, maybe some kind of a magical element in their wallet, maybe a snake skin, maybe a feather, maybe a 4-leaf clover, but there's some kind of luck charm or some kind of memorable, you know, spiritual item in their wallet. And if it's, you know, a girl, well, we have wallets too. You know, we got the purse, hello, and whatever. And our phones have, you know, cute cases with little wallet, purse, credit card thingies. So anyways, moving on. You're definitely trying to be a better person. Let's go ahead and just read that for you. Well, if Stephanie had her shit together, that would be Peaches. Peaches, Steph, get your shit together before you start a live. Yes, okay. All right. Okay, here it is. So, DM, it's easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a tap of the ego, okay? A trap, not a tap. Obviously, I still can't talk. This is a trap of your ego. There is none other greater than you or lesser than you. There's only one you, and those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree have gone through some different trials. Everyone is born with unique abilities of their soul, just like snowflakes. There's no two ever alike. You have a unique perspective to share with the world, and you have to come back to putting your stamp on it, having some faith in yourself. Perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your own incredible, gifted self. Why not try to make a list of 10 aspects of your abilities that you possess, that you love and hold in high regard? It's not always easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded just how amazing you really are, because if you don't, no one else will. This is a schoolroom, this earth, and you have to learn. You weren't put here by accident. You have meaning and a reason for being here. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insights. Now is the time to celebrate you. Okay, so DM, we're going to break into this person now. Let's be real. Some of the best people with their hands are Gemini and Virgo. Obviously, they're both ruled by Mercury, which is fucking with me every day now. But anyways, that means you have very strong magical abilities. And there is a divine masculine that has the gift of magic. Yeah, magic. And this person may not have realized it. And it's going to be a lot more easy than he or she thinks. I don't think they've tapped into it, but they have a very strong manifesting ability. Now, is that better than everybody else? No. Is it less than everybody else? No. I'm saying it's different. It's special. I will say this. The signs that I mentioned have a greater ease with magic than others. How about that? They can come into it easier because they find it more natural, okay? Everyone has the ability to do things. But this Virgo Gemini energy, more than natural, well, just has the knack, the ability to be magical. DM, I don't think you've really tapped into your power. I think you should tap into your power. I think you have very strong abilities to manifest things into this third dimension. And I don't even think you're fully aware with confidence, working on your self-esteem, how powerful you really are. So I don't want you to be freaked out. I don't want you to think that magic is bad. I want you to think of it more on a manifesting level. And you should know that whatever path you decide, you're manifesting an outcome, okay? You're going to create. This is a creator. This is a masculine creator. You're going to create your outcome. And it's time to stop sitting on your hands and not deciding what path you want to take. I think you've been back and forth in your head for a while about these pathways, this fork in the road, and you just haven't decided. The time has come. You're going to have to make a decision about something very serious within the next 48 hours. That's this card. Two of Swords is 2 days. You have 48 hours to make a very critical decision that's going to change the outcome of your life. The fortune cookie outcome is good things take time. Have patience. So don't rush into a decision thinking it's a better outcome because it sounds easier. If this can give you any advice, don't rush into anything just because, well, that's, path of least resistance. This is easier. I'm going to take that path. Sometimes that's not the best path, okay? Sometimes the path that is good for you takes cultivation. It may take some work. And it looks like there's somebody out there that you love and loves you and requires work, which is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Taurus is still strong, but you might have to work really hard at this. And you might be forced to make a decision quickly under pressure with the Ten of Wands to go towards a fire sign, okay? Leo, Aries, Sag, or something like that. And you might feel the pressure. Remember, I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to get more cards. We're going to get more cards. Let me clarify. I want to clarify the Two of Swords. 48 hours, what's going on? What is this decision you have to make? Spirit, talk to me. Show me what this decision is about. Through the tarot, for the Divine Masculine. There's a fork in the road. What is it? King of Cups. It's a love decision. And it does involve a triangle. It does involve two people. We have the Three of Swords. Okay. DM, there's a broken heart. We got Scorpio here now. But there's a broken heart that needs fixing. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpios, welcome. But we have Gemini coming in again. So again, that's just really strong. And that's the Three of Swords. We have this third-party situation, which is what it's about. And you're in a karmic relationship. The Devil card. So you have a chance to have a new life. But you're going to have to work at that new life. It's going to require you to get out of a tough situation. And it's no walk in the park. This is a walk through hellfire. It's a decision that's going to take a lot of work, but it's going to make you feel better about yourself. Hi, is that Cindy? Oh, I love you. Cindy, hi, welcome. That's Cindy from A Cup of Love Tarot. She's great, guys. You always have to tune into Cindy. She's got an amazing channel, super authentic, fun to watch. So yeah, there's this karmic relationship that is in the way. And it's easy, and it's fast, and it's quick. But it's not going to make you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel really bad about yourself. This karmic relationship hurts. I think there's somebody that you're with that's kind of in the way, and you're choosing to be with this person to like appease them, to let them be happy. They kind of feel like they have control over you, and it's hurting somebody else, okay? Your choice by being with this, what I feel is a fire sign, is hurting somebody else. And you can't live with yourself like that. Sure, this is easy. It's easy because you're already there. You're already there. It's comfortable. Things are moving and flowing, right? Path of least resistance. It's already in motion. The path that's going to be really difficult is changing. You cutting this person off. You saying, no more devil. No more devil in my life. No more karma in my life. No more karmic relationship. It hurts me to be here. I'm hurting. I'm hurting all the time, which is the Ten of Wands. I'm hurting. And in order to stop the hurt, I have to be a better person. I can't live my life feeling guilty, feeling ashamed. Remember, we had that shame. I can't do that. So the DM knows that he or she cannot do this, okay? If they're going to be a happy person and let go of these burdens, they know that the decision they're going to have to make is a really hard one. Spirit, tell me about the Magician for the Divine Masculine. Tell me about the cultivation and the creation of a new life with the Ace of Pentacles for the Divine Masculine. What is the work that needs to be done? What is the action that needs to be taken? We have the Sun card. I'm really loving it. We have Leo down here at the bottom with the Queen of Wands. She could also be Aries. The Sun card talks about wisdom, okay? Being wise, letting the light chase out the darkness. This is about facing your fears. It's about overcoming addictions, overcoming depression, okay? It's also about tomorrow, because the Sun card talks about one day, a 24-hour period. The actions that need to be taken is tomorrow, you have to stand up to yourself. I'm sorry. Well, yes, to yourself, yeah, but also to that fire sign possibly that you're dealing with, okay? And like I said, check the Vedic, because sometimes a Virgo is a Leo. Sometimes the Capricorn is a Sag, okay? Sometimes the Taurus is an Aries. So you have to check that fire sign out in Vedic. But don't forget the moon and the ascendant rising. Okay, don't forget that either. But tomorrow there has to be a standing up to this fire sign. And I feel there's going to be some kind of, look at the sun and the moon. There's going to be some kind of an apology. Kind of like, look, I'm sorry I have to do this, but I love you, but I have to make a move. I have to go deep inside myself and address the feelings that I've been hiding, bottling up, the things I haven't been telling you, the secrets I've been keeping, the reason I'm staying up late at night. Nine of Swords. Divine Masculine's been having sleepless nights. I am hearing that there's been repetitive nightmares. There is a specific masculine out there that, hun, you've been having what's very close to the same nightmare over and over again. I'm not hearing every night, but it's almost every 3 nights, if that rings a bell. About every 3 nights, it's the same. Now, I am hearing some very important numbers that you should pay attention to. 3, 6, and 9. The Tesla numbers, obviously. But more than that, it has something to do with the 432, which is the degrees of the heart of love in this planet. And so there might be some kind of a situation like that. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 3 of Swords. Okay? I feel like what you're missing is the 6, which is harmony, which is balance. You have to work on healing and ending a difficult situation before you can cut this very terrible nightmare. It's been haunting you for some time now at night, and you just can't sleep right. You might wake up crying. You might wake up sweating. You might wake up with a pain in your chest. You might wake up even feeling scared, okay? Maybe it's just this depression, maybe it's guilt, maybe it's shame, but it doesn't feel good, is what I'm saying. And your ghosts are haunting you at night. Your demons are haunting you at night. We have Judgment here. I knew it. I should have called it. Fuck. This card. I knew there was a 6. C369. I knew it was going to show up in here. And I felt like this card was the Lovers because of Archangel Raphael, but I didn't call it. And then right below it was the Archangel Raphael, the Lovers, both 6. Okay, both about the heart chakra. Well, duh, Gabriel, not, I'm sorry, fucking A. Mercury's still fucking with me. I just can't get a grip of myself and my tongue lately, honestly. Let me calm down and just say it straight. This is Archangel Gabriel. The reason it is because Archangel Gabriel has the trumpet, the horn, which calls people to enlightenment. He wakes up the dead. He rises the dead. In the Bible, Archangel Gabriel blows the horn for the apocalypse, the second coming of Christ. He, raises the dead at that time. That's what this is about. But then we have Archangel Raphael, who comes here blazing with fire and passion. And this is more of a phoenix rising. For the first time in a long time, I see this card and I see the flames of his hair. Do you guys see that? I don't know if you You guys can see the flames. And I mean, it's always been there, but I just noticed it first time in a long time. Okay? This person is like the phoenix, the fire, this angel. And even the tree behind this man is burning. And the tree behind this woman is flourishing, it's full of fruit. I think what it depicts is a gateway, a choice. Good and evil, prosperity or ruin. It's a choice. The mountain between them is an obstacle. It's something they have to get through. Now, this card talks about twin flames, but it also talks about divine soulmates. People that were created for each other. Even in this deck here, you've got the man, the woman, and the child. It's a 3. And in this card, you have the woman, the man, and the pyramid, which also Satan the snake is there, but that's a 3. So, you know, it's about balance. It's about harmony. And I just feel like in this picture, there's 2 families that are being risen. Okay, 2 separate sets of families. I feel like this divine masculine is definitely torn between 2. Torn between 2 lovers. Maybe. I mean, it's here. Lover's card. So look, masculine, let's just get real. You are torn between 2 families or 2 lovers. Let's be real. It is what it is. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but that's what the fuck's on the table, okay? So, DM. Hanged Man is down here. I'm going to leave that there for you. Look at that. You have to go within. You have to see things from a different perspective. It looks like Spirit wants you to search your heart, not your mind. And that's why I pulled that 2 of Swords. You're not going to be able to figure this out by making a solid, logical plan. You're only going to be able to make this choice within 48 hours by following your heart. Maybe this person's going to give you an ultimatum. I do feel it. There could be a karmic partner that gives a masculine an ultimatum. Hey, look, you're either going to do this or you're going to do that. And this is what the fuck's going to happen. And so you might be forced in a corner to make a decision. It's going to change your life. The actions you have to take with the Magician card is getting back together with a soulmate. This is going to be somebody from the past. This is going to be somebody that you've been dreaming about with the Moon card. The Moon rules the sign of Cancer. Could also be a Cancer involved here, all right? I have the Sun and the Moon. I do have to say it could definitely portend, especially with this picture, of a father and a mother with a child or children. Okay, but there could be a family that needs to get dealt with here, Divine Masculine, and you have a choice. Now, this is going to be one of the harder choices that you've ever had to make. It's not one of those, yeah, sure, I'll take that job tomorrow. No, it's going to be really hard. Your heart's going to be torn apart, 3 swords. What I'm trying to say is you're not going to feel good if this can help you make your decision. You're not going to feel good if you choose to leave. And you're not going to feel good if you choose to stay. Does that kind of talk about why you're in a rock and a hard spot? Right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you feel torn and you feel hurt and you feel out of control and you feel stuck and you feel like your emotions are everywhere. And you're pretty much asking God, help me, because I'm not living my life the way I should be living it. I want to be a better man. I want to be a better woman, whatever. And I need the tools to make this happen. And I need them quickly. So the only good advice I can tell you is good things take time, patience. Stop making decisions because you think it's the quickest resolve. Stop making decisions because you think it's going to be the easiest, quickest, fastest route to peace and normalcy. Sometimes we have to go through the valley of death. Sometimes we have to burn and become ashes before we're reborn. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for God is with me. For he is my rod and my staff. And I forgot the fucking rest of it. But God is with you. Okay? And if he's with you, who can be against you? This is about getting in touch with God, getting in touch with spirit. You are going to walk through the valley of the shadow of death because there has to be a death. But God is with you. So you're going to be okay. All right? You're going to be okay. You have to allow yourself to get burned to be reborn. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you're about to get burned. You're about to get hurt. Karma's going to come and take a bite out of your ass. And it's not going to feel good. But you have the opportunity and a chance to reconcile Judgment card. Don't tell me it's not what I'm seeing. We have the Judgment card here. There's a reconciliation. And it's about doing the right thing. You have a chance to be a better man or a better woman, do the right thing, and get back with your soulmate or divine lover. Now, for those of you that do not want to go back to anyone in the past, then this is not the reading for you. I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you, and I hope that I have a reading this week that would make you happy, because I'm really hoping to do a new love reading, okay? But this is not that reading, okay? So don't be upset if that's totally not where you're at. This is somebody else's story, and I know it's going to resonate for somebody else, and that's okay. There's probably something you can still take from this message. And I thank you so much for watching me. So anyways, you have a chance to be doing the right thing and be a better person, and I think you should look at things differently. There's a big message here with this Piscean card, this Hanged Man, and I want to know what the fuck it is that you have to see differently, because damn, you really have to start looking at things differently. Spirit, what do you want this masculine to see differently? Okay, what do you want this masculine to see? What is this wake-up call with the Sun card? What is this deep reflection with the Moon? What is this that he or she really needs to just acknowledge? Healing my inner child. Oh, and I feel tears. Mom-dad issues and a painful past and family disputes. That's the first card that comes up. Okay. Masculine, honey, you have some work to do. And it's not just about your family, which is crumbling. It's about your family, which may have already crumbled. And you're going to have to go inside your heart and feel those things and face some of those memories. They're probably going to be painful. You're probably going to feel a lot of your past coming up, and there might be anger or sadness or fear coming up. That's all the Nine of Swords and the Moon card. You're going to be definitely feeling uneasy about this, but you have to look at your past and see how, honey, history repeats itself. You may be causing some of the same problems you grew up with in your family right now. And you may notice that it's a pattern. And if it's not a pattern with your childhood, it could be ancestral. It could be your father's problems, your mother's problems, and their childhood, and then their fathers and mothers. You know what I'm saying? It could be ancestral. Okay, there could be some kind of a curse, a karmic cycle that needs to be broken, but it has to do with family. And I do want to keep that very, how do you say, like, highlighted here for the Divine Masculine reading. This has a lot to do with family, all right? Not every reading has to do with family, but this one does. And it really has to do with making a decision to start a family with the right person and to make family work with the right person. The other card that came out with the Hanged Man was, I want to give my all to you. Okay, I feel like there's a good father out there. I'm going to stick with the father here for now because it's a man, it's a masculine, but I'll move to the woman in a minute. But there's a good father out there, and you want to dedicate yourself to your children. Maybe it's because your parents never did, okay? And you are a great father, but maybe just to one child. Maybe there's other children, other families, that there's no balance. Maybe you have children with more than one person, okay? Maybe one of those children are not in your life anymore at all. Maybe you chose to not make them in your life, or maybe someone took that child away. But there's a separation and there's pain. And you really want to be a good parent, but you have to face some of those inner child and family history wounds. And so that's affecting you, okay? It could also be that you're struggling and staying in a situation because of children, and that's something you grew up with, and maybe there's abuse in the home, maybe there's a lot of lies in the home, a lot of deception, there could be drugs or alcoholism in the home, family abuse. Maybe you grew up with that, and maybe you're starting to see it in yourself or a spouse, karmic spouse, and you're catching yourself in kind of a repetitive situation. Okay, now if you're a woman, definitely it could be along the same roots. You could be struggling that in your DM energy. You could be struggling with daddy issues, mommy issues. You could be struggling with being a parent. You could just be struggling with your past because it's affecting you today. So there's some issues that are affecting the DM, and it does have to do with family. So anyways, you need to wake up and see that, acknowledge it, and heal it so you can move on. Bottom of the deck is isolated, staying away from people, feeling alone, and going within, which is Piscean energy. We do have Mars there in retro. Per Vedic sidereal astrology. So this might be a really good time to be alone and just isolate yourself from people and do some of that deep soul work. And I think that's what Spirit wants you to do. Let's get an additional message for you. Let's get an oracle for the DM. Sorry if I sound all nasally, like what the hell? I have stupid stuffy nose for freaking days now and I'm annoyed. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. I'm not sick, but I sound really nasally and I'm sorry. Anyways, let's keep going. Divine Masculine, what is this oracle for you? What is your battlefield? What does your soul look like? Show me your soul. What are these demons? What is your inner demon? What is this devil card? What is this battlefield? Ooh. I have the number 31. There's a woman. I get instant chills. We have a key in a crystal ball. There's a Pandora's box. She has the key to unlock it. There's codes everywhere. There's some kind of like a decipher, like reel with letters that spell something out. She's hiding something. She's got keys around her neck. She almost reminds me of the devil. I'm sure she's not. I'm sure she's a spiritual, psychic, intuitive. But in this particular reading, I just feel like this is a devilish bitch. That's how I feel. I feel like this could be a stepmom. Okay? I feel like it could be a stepmom that has control over your father. Somebody had a mean stepmom. Somebody had a stepmom that you tried to love, but they just didn't love you the same as they loved their other children. And that may be tough to swallow. Maybe your dad died, and this mother really did the Cinderella thing on you. And maybe it's vice versa because you're a man, right? You're not a girl. But this stepmom maybe gave more to her daughters or sons that were hers, or played favorites, you know what I mean? And so you were kind of left alone. Maybe your mom died. Maybe this does have something to do with the Cinderella story. And you were told that you were loved and you had a whole family, but you didn't. And this woman never had your best interest at heart. She kind of used you for show. She kind of kept you under lock and key. And I feel like she kind of kept your dad's things away from you. Maybe she kept your dad's house. Maybe she kept your dad's pension or retirement. Maybe she took your dad's savings. Maybe she took your dad's property. I'm not really sure. But I feel like she took something, and it wasn't fair. And I feel like she gave it to you sparingly. Yeah, I don't think she was fair. I think maybe she gave some of your dad's stuff away to her kids. You know what I mean? And I could be wrong. But I kind of feel that. I feel like she was giving your stuff away. Now, if this was a real mom, that would be even worse. That would be even worse. And somebody could be dealing with a mom that's controlling. My feeling with that is if you're a man and you grew up with a controlling mother, then you met a woman who's controlling. And that's what the fuck I mean by a repetitive karmic cycle. That's what I mean by history repeats itself. I think that you have found yourself a mate that is your mother. And that is probably not a good thing in this reading. And I don't think it's your real mother. And if it is your real mother, well then damn, that's terrible. But for a lot of people, this would be a stepmom. Okay? And that's really what I feel, and you have to break that. Are you going to break that? I mean, that's the choice you have to make, Two of Swords. I also feel that somebody's had some influence over you. Heavy influence. Like, if you want this inheritance, you will do what I say. If you want me to be on board with your dreams, then you better do this and that. You know, so there's some kind of influence. And it's bad advice. I also feel like this biatch doesn't care about your family. I feel like she wants you to suffer, and I feel like she wants you to have a separation with your family. I feel like she does. Now, this could be a mother-in-law. For some people, it could be a mother-in-law. But there is a controlling woman at the headstone over this. Ooh, I said headstone. Maybe she's dead? I don't know. Maybe she will die. But we have some controlling bitch. And look, I'm just saying, whoever you're with is definitely her incarnate. Like, seriously, there's a situation. So now, if I was to read this card out of the book, it's probably not going to say anything that I just said. But that's what I picked up on intuitively. In other words, in another message, in other news, I think this card talks about if you go inside your subconscious and your intuition and you look deeper into yourself, all the answers are inside you. The truth will be revealed. That's what I see. And I feel like the truth has been hidden and you buried it. I feel like somebody threw away the key. You love someone. Let's get real. You love someone. Maybe she's a Pisces. I don't know. You love someone very much. Oop, I had a little spider. Wow, tiny little spider. I don't know. You love this person so much. But instead of paying attention to this person and giving them your all, you buried your feelings for her. You bottled them up, you hid them, and you locked away the key. Okay? Feelings buried. And you know the truth, and if you really went in with this hangman and you really solved some of these issues, you would find out you still have feelings for your divine feminine, and that the karmic situation you're in is like you marrying your mom or your stepmom. And reverse the sexes if it's a female in this energy. Maybe you're marrying your dad or stepdad, and that's the cycle that you're in, okay? And there's definitely that controlling, manipulative situation even from them, okay? But let's go ahead and read this card. Number 31 goes to the number 4, which I'm thinking is the truth, the four pillars of truth. So this is secrecy and confidentiality. Divine Masculine, every relationship between two individuals or two groups will be characterized by the ratio of secrecy that is involved in it. By George Simmel. From the clandestine world of the espionage to the privacy of our personal inner thoughts, we attempt to keep our own secrets, but seek those of others. Any sharing of such confidentiality requires a demonstration of trust, whether it is between nations, corporations, or intimate family and relationships with friends. In the context of a human relationship, our curiosity or need to know may be for self-interest or a desire to help someone. To achieve either will require a key. That in turn provides access to the information we seek. It may be facts and figures or simply a better understanding of the circumstance. Such information may be provided freely by those who control it or withheld until we have proven ourselves. These keys may take the form of the most complex cryptic puzzles or passwords, but also as simple as "you can trust me," a gesture offered to a troubled friend. In this card, the guardian is herself symbolically an oracle. She possesses the answers you seek and can provide you with the keys to access them. But before doing so, you may have to prove that you are ready. Seeking greater truths, even of self-discovery, often requires some demonstration of worthiness. And on that note, there is a divine masculine that will be seeing a psychic within 48 hours. It just is what it is. Okay, an oracle or a psychic. Now, they're either going to have an appointment with this psychic or oracle within 2 days, or they're going to make an appointment within 2 days. But they're about to do it. And this is what's going to help them, push them over the edge to make this decision. They kind of feel like they're dancing with the devil by getting spiritual advice. Okay? But they're going to do it. They're going to do it, and it's going to help them make this decision. So the DM is going to seek some spiritual advice. I think that's very wise, but they're very insecure about that. And the oracle is going to tell them about this third-party situation. The oracle is going to tell them about the 2 women or 2 men in their life. The oracle is going to definitely tell them about their past, their inner child, and what they need to break free from. The oracle is also going to tell the divine masculine about the soulmate, the twin flame that's out there, which, again, we forgot there's the twin flames. Gemini could be a Gemini. We had Gemini, 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 Gemini. We have lots of Gemini in here. Lots of Gemini in here. This Gemini could also be a high priestess, could also be a Pisces, okay? The feminine could be a Gemini or a Pisces, okay? Sun, moon, rising, ascendant, Venus, what the fuck ever. But this person has it, okay? Vedic, check your Vedic astrology, because then that would mean that they're either a Cancer or an Aries. You know, sun, moon, or rising. So that's definitely coming up. I don't care if it's Vedic or tropical. I really don't care. But that sign is there for the feminine. So anyways, let's see what's going on with the feminine in regards to this hot mess. Somehow she got 6 cards, so we're going to do it. Aries, the Fool card. The divine feminine is stepping in with a new beginning. Fresh new start, leap of faith, taking a risk. The world is in her hands. It is whatever she wants it to be. She's having a new start and a fresh outlook on life. The World card. The divine feminine is tired of waiting. This is where it falls in line with that Legends of the Fall. There's a feminine that says, look, I love you, but damn, I don't know how long you want me to wait. I'm not going to wait till hell freezes over for you to give me a new beginning. I'm ready right now, because with the Aries and Pisces, didn't I just fucking say that shit? Yeah, Aries and Pisces. Look, yeah, it's time, and I'm done waiting. And this is, it's time. It's absolutely time. So the feminine's just like, yeah, so we're done with that shit. I'm moving on. Next card. Judgment. Again. Damn, you guys. How are you guys going to get 2? Come on, you're either seasoned in tarot or you're new to tarot. And I don't care if you're old or new, but come on. You got 2 judgment cards for a divine masculine, divine feminine reading. Don't tell me this isn't a reconciliation reading. Don't tell me this is about coming together again, bringing up the past, drudging up the good old past again. Don't tell me that it's not, because it definitely is. Like I said, if this is not your reading, that's okay. But this is someone's, and let it be known. Let it be known. Truth is the truth. So with the Judgment card, this is about looking at the past, okay? By the way, Pisces with the Judgment, this is about looking at the past. Making wise decisions because of the past. I think the Divine Feminine is two things. One, very aware, very fully aware of the fated relationship with the DM. Fully aware. There's no doubt. But the Divine Feminine on the other side is fully aware that they're not going to suffer in limbo because someone can't get it together. The Divine Feminine has found power. And by the way, Mars rules Aries. And it's in fucking Pisces. In retro. They're neighbors. We got them right here. Aries, Pisces. Pisces again. There is some strong power that the feminine is taking back, which is kind of, excuse my French, but, well, I should probably watch my language in case my daughter's watching. But F this. Okay? F this. And that's the power of Mars in Pisces right now. Sidereal. If you want to get a star app, put your phone up in the sky and find the planets. Mars is literally between the two fish, smack in the middle of Pisces. So everyone else, tropical, can say, oh, well, Mars is in Aries. They're not looking at the stars, guys. Call me old-fashioned. In fact, call me ancient. I don't want to follow any astrology that is not following the stars. Am I crazy? Does that make me crazy? I'm sorry, but I'm almost even straying away from Vedic, because looking at true sidereal astrology, and I posted a video of that on my community page recently. You guys should watch it. It was with Stormy Grace and one of my other favorite guys who does sidereal. I forgot his name. Excuse me. The degrees of Pisces and Virgo are very long. They're the biggest in the zodiac because their star system is bigger than, say, one of the smallest ones is what, Libra and Aries? They're one of the smallest. So the degrees between star systems is very different. Okay? Some are 20 degrees and some are like a whole lot more. So I'm just going to say this. I'm going to start following where the stars are. I'm not following anybody anymore. And it's going to be harder on me because I'm literally going to have to get a telescope and I'm literally going to have to get my phone and start tracking the stars. But I'm going to fucking do it because I don't follow shit blindly. Thank you so much, ER, for the 1111. Thank you. And I urge all of you to follow the planets in the actual constellations that they're in, because that's really going to talk about what's going on. And you should follow them. And I'm sure there's an app or some kind of something that you can find that will talk to you about the nakshatras that they're in. Okay? I'm going to get some astrology software and help you guys through that. I'm going to add that on to my website and just do that myself, because there's very, very little people that do that. I mean, there's just like none. There's one guy on YouTube that does it, and his name is on my community channel. I don't have it. It's MIZ Astrology. Anyways, he's more of a scientist. He does tarot and oracles and all that, but he's not an intuitive feminine energy. He's a masculine astrologer, you know, spiritual masculine, which is very different. So he sees things differently than I would. And so I kind of want to get the feminine perspective And it's very good to see his masculine perspective. But I want to pull in the feminine perspective on that. So I definitely need to put my voice out there because there's just not very many people that do it. So anyways, because Mars is in Pisces, this is about dreams. This is about telepathy. This is about magical powers and abilities. This is a time to look back at your history and look at everything that you've done as a feminine. And you could be male or female in this energy. But you're going to look back and go, you know what? I'm not going to do that shit anymore. Whatever I was doing, what the fuck was I thinking? And I think that's what a lot of people are with the Aries, because Aries talks like that. Aries is always what the fuck. But someone is totally doing this Aries style and just looking back at Pisces like, what the fuck was I thinking for this whole time? And so there's a feminine that's just finally pulling his or her head out of their ass and just growing. They're done. They're done with the devil. They're done with the Three of Swords. They're done with the Hanged Man. They're done with the fucking choices. They're done with multiple parties. They're just fucking done. I ain't doing it no more. Like, no more. They're just not tolerating it. That's probably the ticking time bomb. You know, it's been ready to blow for a long time. But is this going to be a repeat of Legends of the Fall? I fucking hope not. Because masculine, if you wait too long, this feminine definitely is ready to move on quickly. With the Aries Fool card, quickly. Let's get the next card. Six of Wands, honor, standing up for yourself publicly, putting your voice out there. There's a lot of feminines putting their voice out there publicly. Maybe you're starting a podcast. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. Maybe it's an Instagram. Maybe it's a Facebook. Maybe you're putting videos out. You're just speaking. This is public speaking. And nowadays, you don't have to be in front of a physical crowd. You can do it from the safety of your own home, behind your camera. And so this divine feminine is stepping out into the crowd, per se, whether physically or technologically wise, you're stepping out. And it's putting yourself on the market. It's putting yourself back out there. It's seeing people in a different light. It's seeing yourself in a different light. There's a remake of the feminine. The feminine is being reborn, rebirthed, and remade. So he or she is not going to look the same anymore. I don't know if they've got gray hair. I don't know if they've dyed their hair. I don't know if they cut it. I don't know if they changed their body. I don't know if they changed their abundance and they're just blazing now with great abundance and they're just doing their thing. I don't know if they moved to a different state. But I do know this. The divine feminine came out of the fire. The divine feminine got burned. The divine feminine was definitely somewhat screwed over in her or his past. And this is the day of reckoning where they are done. They've made a final decision that they're not going to go back to any bullshit for anyone ever again. They're not going to put a mask on to appease society. They're not going to keep their mouth shut and make people think that they're going along with the party. Okay? This is, I have a voice and this is how I feel. This is what I think. And I don't care what you say. And I don't care what your opinion is. And I don't care how you want to freak out. This is just where I'm at. And it's either you either like me or you don't. But I don't care. Either way, I'm shining. Either way, it's water off my back. You know, either way, it doesn't affect me. And that's what's going on with the feminine. It's like, you know what? Either way, she went through hellfire or he went through hellfire. And they were damned if they did, damned if they didn't. Period. And that's what the Six of Wands is about. It's about a back and forth tug of war with the Five of Wands. Okay? And they just got out of that shit. And they're done. Tired. Not doing it. And that has a lot to do with the Ten of Wands in regards to the masculine, right? Tired of the shit. I think there's a feminine here. Now, this is going to get a little personal in a relationship, you know? And it's not going to match for everybody, but there's a feminine that's tired of a man not knowing what the fuck they want. I have to be real. Now, that's not going to be for everybody, but that's in this message. There's a woman out there that says, look, you don't know who the fuck you want? Let me make it simple. I'm off the list. You don't need to choose anymore because I just chose and I'm done with you. Now you can sit with that devil because I'm done with you. There is no choice. You don't get to choose me. I'm taking me out of the scenario. So there's a woman taking themselves out of the scenario. And if it's a man, it is close to the same situation. You're like, look, let me make this easy for you. I'm not second choice, second fiddle. I'm not, you know, Mr. See you later, see you around, see you when I have time. I'm not Mr. Call me when you need something. Okay, I'm not Mr. Call me when he's not around. I'm the fucking real deal. And if you don't fucking acknowledge that shit, then I'm moving on and I'm going to find me a new lady or a new fella or however the fuck this goes for whoever and whatever your situation is. But do you feel me? Somebody here is just like, I'm not going to be that, that spare key. Okay, I'm not the spare key. I am the key. You're going to have to use me every day or you're not going to use me at all. And that's what it is. And that's respect, honor, because in my deck I have honor and it's also respect, recognition. And that's why a king is crowning this man, saying this man has been knighted. This man has done so much. This man is going to be the new king, the new ruler of our kingdom. And so the Pope is crowning a king. So I also see this as a leveling up. I feel like the divine feminine is either being crowned king or queen, man. Okay, the divine feminine is just like, okay, well, I stepped up in my game. Did you step up in yours? So I'm not coming down on you, masculine. You've got a tough job. 10 of Wands. It's not easy being in your position. I'm not coming down on you. You have to heal some of that inner child hurt. You've got the devil fucking with you. You have nightmares. Okay, you've got your heart torn in 2 different directions. I wouldn't want to trade places. I wouldn't want to be you. And I don't think the divine feminine would want to be you. No one here is saying that you're a bad guy, you're a bad girl, you made stupid decisions. We're not even saying that. We're saying that you're going through some fucking fire and you need to get some balls and go through it. And why are we telling you to grab your balls and go through it? Because the divine feminine did that. And guess what? She's still standing, or he's still standing. And I do want to be a voice for the feminine because she's been quiet, or he's been quiet. I want to talk about the divine feminine and how she's been silenced, and how the divine feminine has been hurting, been suffering, been in pain and turmoil, and been through the 10 of Wands, okay? I want to talk about that because she has accomplished coming out of it, or he has accomplished coming out of it. They're successful. They didn't let that drama tear them down. So the reason I'm saying that is because I'm not going to coddle the masculine. Thank you so much, Legend of the Phoenix. Grateful for your time and healing. Oh, I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you know what I mean? It's like I'm not gonna coddle you. You can do this. And I think you know you can do this. You just have one hell of a problem making decisions. That's why I felt like you were very Virgo Libra. I mean, that is the signs of indecision, because you want to look at every different possibility, every different avenue. You want to scientifically approach the situation logically. You want to see what is the percentage of failure versus this decision. You should watch Along Came Polly. You really should. I know it's a comedy, but fuck. Ben Stiller was sitting there, you know, Mr. Analytical, and he was an insurance whatever guy, and he would kind of figure out who they were going to insure and who they weren't based on probability of their lifespan and their risks. And he would literally size everybody up. Who's easy, who's not, who's insurable, and who's not. At the end of the movie, he changed his mind. He learned that what was on pen and paper, what everyone thought would be, you know, reasonably smart, wasn't. He had to go into his heart and feel something. And ironically, in that movie, Jennifer Aniston had fucking family issues. Her dad left her mom and had a whole second family. A whole second family in that movie. In that movie, Jennifer Aniston said we had a happy family, the dog, the house, the picket fence, and came to find out my dad was cheating on my mom, and the entire fucking time he had a whole nother family somewhere else. And her life fell apart. And she moved from every fucking which state. She didn't want to stay in one place. She didn't want to get married. She didn't want to have a long relationship. She didn't believe in marriage. She didn't believe in family. She was very liberal. She lived life on the edge because she was fucking hurt. Yeah, go ahead and do what you want. Ali, would you mind me sharing an email to add for global meditation, or does Steph have one I can share? Yeah, you can add it on here or the comments for anyone who wants to join. I think that's beautiful. That's great. So yeah, in that movie, there was this whole, drama of the inner child. And she had to figure that out. They had to come together, wounded and broken. He had to stop being a stick in the mud and start taking some risks and live a little bit on the edge and enjoy life, okay? And she had to not run so far away from commitment that she'd never find it. She was just running away from love. So she had to be convinced that you can make a relationship and a marriage work. She had to heal her inner child issues. There could be somebody here that is scared of marriage, scared of relationship based on their inner child. There could be somebody here that can't make a relationship work because of their inner child, but it needs to be healed. And anyways, Divine Feminine has mastered that, not trying to toot our own horn here, but with the Six of Wands, it is whatever you are suffering from and ailing with, okay, this healing of the inner child, this wounding, all of your problems, I've been there and I've done that. And I know how to come out ahead. I know how to defeat the devil, and I know how to defeat and heal that wound from the inner child. The next card is Four of Cups. So the Divine Feminine feels hopeless, Cancerian vibes here, hopeless romantic. Okay, there's the Divine Feminine here who is no longer crying, but no longer hoping. Tell me I'm wrong. There's a lot of cynicism here. There's happiness with abundance and self-respect, but there's a loss in faith in humanity and a loss in faith in their soulmate. Someone just kind of, that little flame that keeps on being lit with that hope for love, the hope that someone's going to snap out of it, that hope that true love really exists, like those movies. Somewhere out there, there's a Divine Feminine who says, maybe not. There's a Divine Feminine that feels like it's hopeless. Like she or he is never going to have that. And they might as well just accept it. And that's how they're feeling. They're feeling defeated, and they're feeling rejected, and they're feeling like they were not chosen, because the Four of Cups is rejection. And it's like, I tried to love the soulmate, but the soulmate didn't love me. I tried my best to be this right person for this person, and they didn't choose me. So there is sadness, and there is, a giving up here. But don't forget, the Four of Cups has Spirit trying to hand you a cup. And as you can see, as she's looking down, well, behind her is 3 cups that fell over. In front of her is a chalice with a message in a bottle. If you guys can see that. So there's a message coming in. Yes, the past was dark, sad, hopeless, but there's good coming in for the feminine. Okay? So the feminine is really just finished, giving up, moving on from the DM, because you've been Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles, Legends of the Fall, taking so fucking long that the feminine's like, I guess I better go marry your brother. And that's not for everybody. That's just the movie quote, you know? But it's like, damn, I guess I better go marry your brother because shit, I don't know if this person's ever coming home, you know? God, no, not everyone's going to go marry someone's brother. It's just the movie. It's just a figure of speech here. But seriously, the divine feminine, male or female, is just like, you know what? I guess I'm ready to settle for somebody else, or I'm happy being alone. There's a lot of feminines that are really just honestly happy being alone, and they kind of feel like, well, I had a great love in my life and that ship has sailed. It was nice that I felt love like that, and now it's over. Maybe I, you know, lost that opportunity. There's like an opportunity lost, and I think the divine feminine, some of them might just be making peace with that, not really looking for love. And I also want to say, for the divine feminines, Spirit's been trying to hook you up. Yeah. He's been Hitch. He's been the matchmaker. Spirit's trying to throw you a bone. Spirit's trying to throw you a chalice. Here's a chalice, here's a chalice, here's a chalice. But divine feminine is saying hell to the fuck no. Because the divine feminine's bar is set very high. Very, very high. Because they know, again, they're fully aware and know what real soulmate love is and what it feels like. And this divine feminine says, I'm either going to go all in, or I'm going to go home. I'm not going to be lukewarm. I'm not going to, you know, put my feet in the water and splash around and call it swimming. Okay? I'm not going to go be with someone and call it love when it's just an infatuation. I'm not going to call it love because it's sex, even if it is good. I'm not going to call it love just because this person is obsessed with me or whatever. Okay, I'm going to call a duck a duck. It's not the fucking love of my life. It's not the fucking person that I'm meant to be with. So fuck your cup, duck. Fuck your cup, duck. I don't want it. And that's just, you know, it is what it is with the feminine. It is what it is. She's a strong woman. She's a strong man. Whatever. However this works for you. He's a strong man. Whatever. You know, the feminine's just strong. 6 of Wands, Leo energy. Confident, prideful, strong. I have more pride than that shit. You know, again, most feminine energy is about love. And when they experience real love, they just don't fuck with anything else. I mean, do you like... Okay, obviously not everyone here eats meat, but let's just, you know... We all like cheeseburgers, most of us. Who doesn't like a cheeseburger? I don't know. I mean, if you don't, that's okay. That's okay. I love you, Ralph. Okay? I love you, and we are deep divers, but we don't all love us some grapes. Some of us love some cheeseburgers, okay? So I'm sorry, and I love you. But, all right, so we know what good cheeseburgers taste like. Are you going to go to the vegan stand? Sorry, Ralph. And go enjoy a mushroom burger, which is pretty good. I've had a portobello mushroom burger. What about a bean burger? Have you ever had that little yummy vegan scrumptious, little scrumptious-umptiousness? Well, if you haven't, it's in the freezer aisle. But look, I'm just saying. Okay, when you've tasted a mouth-watering cheeseburger, you're not going to choose the portobello mushroom cheeseburger. You're not going to choose the bean burger. Maybe it's good. Maybe there's some awesome chef that knows how to prepare it well. But, sorry, most of us are going to choose the real deal. All right? The real deal. And, yeah, moving on. So, you know, this little princess right here, or prince, okay, is like, look, you know, thank you for trying. Thank you for the portobello. Thank you for the bean burger. Thank you for the grapes, Ralph. I'm diving deep. But I'm not going to have a fucking burger. Fuck all the burgers. Because if I can't have a real one, I don't want one. I guess I will just have me some damn grapes and deep dive. That's how the feminine feels. It's like, you know what, you know, just Just don't, you know. And, you know, if I could channel for you for a minute, I feel like you want to talk to God, the universe, spirit, source, like he's your dad. And I feel like you'd be like, look, Dad, thanks, but no. And your dad's like, come on, this guy I work with is really nice. He's got a nice car. He comes from a good family. He's pretty fucking awesome. There's a lot of girls that are into him. And I told him I had a daughter or, you know, son, whatever. And yeah, you know, he's going to come over to the house for dinner. And I want you to be there. And you should just meet him. And you're like, Dad, why would you do that? You're making me sound desperate, like I'm looking for love, like I can't find love somewhere else. Dad, it's not that I am needing to be single because I can't find a date. It's because I have a broken fucking heart. I don't get to have what I want, therefore I'm not looking. Stop trying to bring relationships to me, please. If I want a relationship, I'll find one. Thank you for trying to, you know, be nice and set me up on the date, but no, I'm not going to be there, and have a nice dinner with your friend. You know, and that's kind of what this is. It's like, I have to run away, and I have to, you know, say, quit trying to set me up. Maybe it's not your dad. Maybe it's your girlfriends. Maybe they keep trying to set you up. You know, maybe there's some guys or girls on Facebook, and they keep, ding, inboxing you, hey, call me. Ding, hey, text me. Ding, hey, you should come hang out. We can, oh, yeah, you saw my fire pit? You saw that? Didn't that look nice? Why don't you come over? We can watch a movie. I got a new bottle of wine. I got some new, I don't know, whiskey or whatever the fuck, and we can drink by the fire, and I got some jams, and, you know, you're like, oh, my God. Wow. And you're just like, no, because in a split second, the feminine plays it all in her mind or his mind. They play going to the door. They play going on the date. They play the fire vibes, the drinking vibes, the convo. They've already played out the whole fucking conversation for the night. And then they approach the kiss, because every fucking feminine knows the guy wants the kiss. Every fucking feminine knows that, because guys will be guys. And even the nice ones, the ones that open and close doors like gentlemen, even the ones that say, I'm just here for your personality. We all know. We all know. Come on. We all know you have a one-eyed snake. Don't even try to play us on that shit. We know. We know. Stop. Just stop. We already know. Don't try to, no, we don't know. Don't, excuses. No. No reasons, no, but, no, no. We already know. We already know. That's it. So, the very fact that the divine feminine has put herself in that position and knows what comes along with dating or trying out other people, the divine feminine just can't really catch her or himself kissing another person. I know that seems like nothing to some people, but to a divine feminine, it's everything. To a divine feminine, it is breathing the soul of another person. And a lot of people don't understand that. But it's a very spiritual, intimate thing. And I know that social media, TikTok, and, you know, cable TV and all that shit with the Snookies and the Wookiees and the whatever the fuck's out there, the little fucking Jersey Shores and, you know, Stepford Housewives and all the fuckers and all the Kardashians and all that shit. We already know that everyone acts like kissing is nothing. Well, those people are also very empty. Very, very empty. Even the Cardi B's are very empty. They're very empty because their love has been made a mockery. The soul has been made fun of. The word love has been taken for granted. It's been replaced with good sex. It's been replaced with sexuality. It's been replaced with, you know, how it looks on the outside. Relationships have been replaced with and fabricated. They're not real. So there's a lot of fake relationships out there. And like I said in the beginning of this reading, the divine feminine is not fake. He or she is not lukewarm. He or she is all in or all out. And that just is what it is with these people. They are either completely celibate and searching their soul, or they are in a relationship, body, mind, and soul. They are either completely combined with that person or they are not. There is no in between. There's no fuckery going on. And so the divine feminine here is extremely, how do you say, not prideful, but I don't know the right word. They just look very good in the public eye. They have a lot of, maybe it is decorum. The divine feminine has a lot of respect, okay? So, anyways, the divine feminine does not just mess with people, okay? If anybody at all. So, somebody said acceptability? I mean, maybe. I don't quite understand that word, Markers. I'm not as smart as you. I love you, but I don't get that. So anyways, let's move on. Let's get your oracle here. Guilt. Ah, feminine. You feel bad. You feel bad. You feel bad for turning other people away. You think that maybe you are missing out. You're like, well, maybe I should have taken my dad on that offer and, you know, went on a date with his friend. Maybe my dad sees something I don't. You know, maybe the person my friends are trying to set me up with is really nice and I could have a nice home with. You know, maybe this person I should give a shot. You know, maybe they're really nice and there's something more to that person that I'm not seeing. Maybe I'm overlooking the qualities in other people. And so there's this guilt. Like, am I bitter? Am I tainted? You know? Am I tainted from this situation to where I can't have anything else? I don't want to be, you know, robbed of happiness. So I feel this kind of back and forth energy for the feminine. I feel like you want to say hell no to anything else and you're happy doing your own thing. But I also see a part of you that still wants to be loved, which is a human right. You do have a right to be loved. You do have that, and it's a gift and it is special. So you're kind of fighting with your mind as well right now, kind of mirroring this fight of the mind, which again, the Mars in Pisces, okay? Sidereal. So that's kind of the situation for her or for him. It's, again, you're kind of like the masculine. You're in a rock and a hard place. And you almost feel damned if you do, damned if you don't. Damned if you do meet somebody else because you feel like you're turning your back on love, true love. But damned if you do stay celibate and kind of put yourself in a position where you're only available for this person, because then you're missing out. And you feel, again, like masculine, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I think you guys are mirroring in many more ways than you even thought was possible. In many more ways than you guys even wanted to accept. You're both having a very hard time in your head right now. And you're both having a very hard time in your feelings. So I'm going to read guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. The energy of fear, Divine Feminine, has many guises to complicate your path, even to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's time to learn from the behavior and move on. The problem that arises when we hold on to guilty feelings is that it serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational. But if you examine it subjectively and act on it and release it, it can become a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good, and they will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them up to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. So there is also this vibe I'm kind of picking up for you, chicas and chicos, that you almost don't want to move on because you feel like you're walking out on supernatural, soulmate, twin flame, true love. So you might be suffering with that, and you're very confused, and you're very torn. So I'm right there with you on that one. Let's get some hidden truth oracles on this guilt. Okay. Ooh, came in reverse. I hide behind material things. So because it's in reverse, you pretend to be into material things, which is kind of ironic. What do you mean, Steph? I pretend. It means you really don't give a shit about your pentacles. You don't give a shit about your money in the bank, the clothes on your back, and what you have to your name. But you pretend you do. Why? Because that's a mask. Why? Because if people thought that you didn't care about that shit, they would think something's wrong with you. You care more about the soul than anything else. And this is where you base all your decisions from. A very unpractical state of mind. Very unpractical. All your decisions are based from your emotions and your heart. Up until now, you are forcing yourself to be more abundance-minded, to be more focused on material things. And maybe that is the best choice for you, but you still have guilt about it. You have guilt about loving yourself. You have guilt about wanting more money. You have guilt about manifesting abundance because you think that you're not only walking out on your soulmate, you're turning your back on spirituality. This is something divine feminines suffer with, and it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? And no, I can't say fucking wolf, so excuse me. It sounds ridiculous. Yeah, you guys say wolf the right way. Don't make fun of me. My daughter does that enough. I hear it from everybody. I can't say the fucking word, and I refuse to say it 90% of the time. But anyways, that is the truth, okay? And, you know, you're trying so hard to be focused on these things, but I feel like it's pulling teeth. You're so nice. You guys are making fun of me. Yeah. Woof, woof, guys. Yeah, exactly. Mariah should totally hear me say it. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I can't, pronounce that word for the life of me. I really sound like a kindergartner. I have to try. Let me look at the L. Wolf. It does not sound natural on my tongue, okay? It sounds like I'm trying to say, okay, some unnatural foreign word. Okay, I can't fucking say it. You guys shut up. Focus on the reading. Class is in session. Be quiet. Stop distracting me. Anyways, there is this, I have to focus on these things. And shame on me for worrying about abundance. Shame on me for trying to focus on money. Shame on me for trying to focus on physical, manifestations. I must not be a very spiritual person. Quit. This is why Spirit wants you to end that stupid feeling all the time shit. because you want to like be submerged in the water all the time. And Spirit says, be a crab. Walk on the water like Jesus. Have faith. Walk on the water to shore. I assure you, you will still live. And this is you walking on water, having faith. Maybe if I just focus on these things, I'll be all right. Yes, and you will be all right. You have to stop feeling bad, okay, about wanting material things, because that does not make you a bad person. It doesn't make you bad. You're not turning your back on your lover. You're not turning your back on the universe. You're loving yourself, and you're focusing on your own happiness, and nothing's wrong with that. Now, bottom of the deck, I'm so attracted to you. You still have a lot of attraction towards the ex. We know that. But let's get a little bit more about the Four of Cups. Spirit, tell me the hidden truth behind the Four of Cups. Give me a message. I'm starting to understand our connection. And this is hard because for a lot of you guys, the connection that you had with this person you thought would end up a specific way. You're learning some disappointing news. You're learning that maybe there isn't always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You're learning that maybe there isn't going to be a union, okay? And that's disappointing. You're learning that maybe this beautiful connection was meant to help you grow, but maybe not meant to be the final relationship for your life. So you're kind of learning and understanding what the connection was and having to kind of make peace with it, all right? And that's okay. The bottom card is, I feel you even though we're apart. So because you're very empathic, when this soulmate cries, you want to cry. When this soulmate has heart-wrenching pain, you feel it. When this soulmate has a headache and it's pounding their head all day, you feel it. When you look up at the stars, you know they're looking up at the stars at the same time, or they did within 10 minutes of you. You feel connected to them, and you always will. And you're understanding that this is very different, and it is very spiritual. Okay? Spirit, what do you want? Let me ask a different question. What do you want Divine Feminine to make peace with? What do you want Divine Feminine to make peace with? Divine Feminine, what is your peace? Divine Feminine, what is your peace? Bottom of the deck, a time for healing. The balsamic moon. Bottom line, it is a time for healing. Okay? But what do you have to make peace with? First card out, girl talk. Time with friends, chicas and chicos. Moving on. Happily single. Living in the moment and having fun. Don't be so serious. You are trying to be set up on dates. Girls are trying to talk to you. Boys are trying to talk to you. Men, women, whatever, okay? Going out with people. They do want to see your face. You are a nice friend. You're a good person to be around. And sometimes it's very healing to be around friends, especially when you're trying to move on from a very difficult situation. The other card is... conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Damn. You guys know we've had a full moon eclipse recently. We're getting another one on Christmas, but I think that's a solar. But either way, the eclipses are sudden, big changes, huge changes. Make peace with what you've been going through, because by December 25th, when this other eclipse is going to happen, it's going to change again, and there's going to be a surprise. For every eclipse, there's a surprise. Whether you're going to be newly single or newly in a relationship, that's going to be the surprise. So you only have a little amount of time. You literally have about 3 months here for happiness. You got to be happy by yourself. This is a time for healing. This is a time for you by yourself. A lot of you say, Steph, I've been single. I've been 4 of Cups. Well, keep it up. Maybe you only have 3 more months to go. There is going to be some big changes at that time. But you do have to have a conclusion and an ending to this situation that's been causing you pain, suffering on this soulmate that you're just tired of waiting. Legends of the Damned Fall. Let's go ahead and read this. The full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you guys are asking about is about to reach its peak, the ticking time bomb. Or it has just done so. And the things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for. A way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow the events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone, know that this is the right time. As hard as it might be, forgiving someone for what they did could be the key for resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make it right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. That which is meant for you will not pass you by. The additional meanings of this card is doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga, nidra, are all recommended right now. Seek control and let events unfold. The teaching of this card is full moons are nearly always about climaxes and often about conclusions. A full moon eclipse are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it pretends to change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and so is this card. No matter when you pull it, it reminds you of this fact. Full moon eclipses also give us a glimpse of what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work on your darkness. You know what I also like to think about with the eclipse is the nodes of the moon, the north node and the south node, which is Ketu and Rahu. And they come in to wreak havoc on your feelings. And I think what you're trying to get a grip of here with this is the shifting and the conclusion of a cycle. The way things were between you guys will never be that way again. It just won't. I don't know if they were sweet, kind, loving, caring, sharing, gentlemanly, ladylike. I don't know what it was that kept you there. But I don't think it's gonna be that way again. It said the door's gonna slam shut and it will not reopen. However, in this reading, you have 2 judgment cards and the twin flame card, or the soulmate card. So I know that what's meant to be yours will never be kept from you. That's what the card said. Seriously, now it's not the time. I dropped all my cards and look what was laying up. Broken karmic cycles. Just saying. Let me just read this one thing real quick and quote you. It said here, that which is meant for you will not pass you by. That which is meant for you will not pass you by. But there is an ending, okay? So I do think that there's a letting go and a separation between you and this person. And like I said, it's mostly because Divine Feminine has found some self-respect about being the other woman or the other man, or being put on hold, or being, you know, a possibility. The Divine Feminine doesn't want to be a possibility. They want to be the one, not the one that is left behind, okay? Not the one that maybe could be. They want to be the one. So that's kind of what's going on for you guys. And really, it's you letting go of this person so you can heal. The time for healing. It's time for you just to move on from them, because you're not going to wait around for this. And I think you're closing the door, not as much as the universe is slamming the door on you. I see it more as you're slamming the door on this person and saying enough. Just enough. You know, and it's kind of a sacrifice, which is the Hangman, right? It's kind of, I'll let you go. I won't keep pulling you and tugging at you. I'll let you go energetically. I'll let you go energetically so I can heal and be let go of. Your fortune cookie says, soon you're going to look back at this and laugh, because the pain in this situation is only temporary. Okay, it's not a forever thing. I know you feel like it's a forever thing, but it's really just not. I know it's kind of hard for you to accept at this moment, but just know that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So let's get some more clarification. Oh. What's coming up for the Divine Feminine? What is this new beginning with the Fool card? Ooh, we have lonely and communication. So the new beginning is you're not going to be lonely anymore. There's going to be some communication coming in for you. All right, okay. Well, I like that. Who's going to be communicating with you, Divine Femme? Who's coming in for communication? Oh, well, we have the Earth sign coming in with an offer, Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is a text or letter or a visit or phone call. It's something you can hear with the senses. It's not a feeling. It's not a knowing. Okay, it's not a desire. It's an actual phone call, text, letter, visit. It's something physical. All right, you're going to get a message from someone that could be an Earth sign. We have Virgo here, 8 of Pentacles. Somebody wants to work on things with you. You could, for some of you guys, be getting a message from somebody at work. Okay, for those of you that work in companies or whatever, this could be an invitation, a night out, a date, an offer. For those of you that work with other people, for those of you that work at home or you work alone from home, I think that you're going to be getting a call from this Knight of Pentacles, Mr. Legends of the Fall. Okay, I think this person may definitely want to reach back out to you, okay, and say, I would like to put some effort and come see you. I would like to see what we could do. And it is Mr. 10 of Wands, okay? So this person, the DM, is going to call the Divine Feminine and communicate with her. That is the new beginning with the Fool card. You know, I once felt this saying, and I don't know every word by word, but it was, you have to let something completely die before it can be reborn, which is the lesson of Mars and Pisces. Nothing is going to rise from the ashes if it is not fully dead. And this is kind of letting the last rose petal fall. Okay? Like Beauty and the Beast, right? The rose is in the jar and it's falling. and then the last rose petal falls, and we think it's too late. It's too late. The whatever, you know, woman said, the oracle, the woman, the magic woman said, you have until the last rose petal falls, or you'll never be able to change back. The last rose petal fell. We thought all was lost, but it wasn't. It's the same thing as the beast was dying, and then he was reborn back into his human form. So I kind of feel this Beauty and the Beast vibe here, where maybe this DM was a beast, okay? Mr. Beastie. Maybe he was beastie and not very nice. Maybe he wasn't very appealing. Maybe this relationship was the beast, okay? The devil card, okay? Maybe this freaking whole relationship was just completely fucked up in so many different ways. And it has to die. Every last tear has to fall. Every last piece of hope has to go. Every last string has to be snipped. There has to be a detachment. There has to be it's over. Because nothing can be remade from this ashes till it's dead. And right now there was this fire that was still burning. I talked about the fire in his hair. And I felt like the flames were still burning between you guys. It's like nobody really let it go. This was without closure. I feel like this relationship had separation and there was really no closure. And so it was still burning. And now someone just really, Ten of Wands really just has to let that go, let the ego fall, let the relationship completely crumble, die, cut yourself off physically, emotionally, mentally, and vibrationally, energetically, and just let it die, because if it's really meant to be yours, it will always be yours. It will not be kept from you. And that is faith. And that is belief. And that is the Fool card. There's that little saying of a woman that, you know, it's like a uplifting saying. She was on a cliff. And Spirit was saying, come on, let go. Let go. And she said, but what if I die? What if I fall to my death and I die? And that's the Fool on a cliff. What if I die? What if I let go of all of this and I ruin everything? And I've turned my back on a soulmate. And I've turned my back on a true love. What if I've done that? And then Spirit says, no, my dear, what if you fly? Not what if you fall. What if you fly? You're not going to know till you take that leap. And that has to be a message here for somebody. Somebody's worrying about falling instead of flying. And that goes for the masculine too. You're in the same boat, in the same pickle. What if I let go of this situation that I'm in and my life completely falls apart? What if I leave this karmic person behind and I make the situation worse? What if I make this decision and go down this fork in the road and I go over here and it's just worse than it was ever supposed to be? And then Spirit says, what if you're wrong? What if it turns out to be the best decision of your life? What if it turns out to be happiness and real love? What if it turns out to be amazing? What if? And I really think that's going to be the title of this reading, What If? Because you guys have to stretch your mind, your perspectives, your beliefs. Everything that you thought was going to be, you're probably wrong. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up by fear. You're setting yourself up and letting yourself down, and that's self-sabotage. Because what if you guys actually heal this? Get my other cards. Okay. Give me a message for the Divine Feminine with this, the Fool card. And what do I mean by giving up? Feminines, I mean go on a date. I know you're not lukewarm people, but have fun with this life. Stop being a stiff. You got to loosen up. You can't be a stick in the mud. You can't live life behind a wall. Okay, you're building walls between you and life. You can't do that. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. And you are going to have to stretch your wings. You're going to have to do it. And you're not going to fall. You're going to fly. Because whatever's meant to be will be. And you need to have faith in that. You shouldn't think it has to be a certain way. Spirit, tell me about the Fool card for the Divine Feminine. Tell me about the Fool card for the Divine Feminine. Reverse. Ascended Masters are guiding me. So you haven't been listening, but they are. So Ascended Masters have been guiding you. I am connected with Gaia. So you've been connecting with Mother Earth here for a while. You may have been getting signs. Signs that Mother Earth is talking to you. She is. She's been talking to you. She's been trying to communicate and work with you. There's been some real communication between you and nature. And you need to listen. Okay? What is this nature trying to tell Femme? What is nature trying to tell the Femme? I know I deserve the best. Nature is trying to tell you that you deserve abundance and beauty and kisses and hugs and love and joy and abundance beyond your wildest dreams. You deserve honesty, loyalty, romance, goodness, passion.
Does this smell good? Does it smell good? The milk?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a huge milk fan, but yes.
Alright, just making sure. Because I'm pouring myself sweet.
Okay, just open up a fresh one in case.
A fresh one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it says November 6th, but I'm really picky on milk, especially when it comes to cereal. So, hell no. Go get a fresh one.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry for the distraction. Anyways, bottom of the deck, let go of control is the key. And so Mother Earth's like, you know what? Let go of control, Femme. And that really is you with the masculine, Ten of Wandsing this. And the masculine doing the same. Ten of Wandsing this. Both of you guys need to just... You guys try to have your finger on everything. Okay? Your nephew date checks everything. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You guys have to stop counting the days. Stop thinking that there has to be specific events corresponding for this to happen. You know how insane that is? For me, and I love manifesting, it's like the only way to have money is to work really hard. That's just not true. It's not true. It's just not true. Money comes easily. It really does. Blessings come easily. Gifts, opportunities. That's the truth. But if you say that money comes hard, then that's your reality. That's your reality. And I know it sounds crazy. It doesn't make logical sense. But it doesn't have to. We are on a planet spinning in a huge, black, bottomless, endless universe. Spinning around a ball of fire. On a fucking sun. There's no reason why we're just spinning around this sun. Gravity? What's the reason? I don't know. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. Okay. And then there's other planets around us too doing their thing. And we're all just spinning. Middle of nowhere. Big black universe. Fast, open, endless. We're all right. By any logical means, I don't know how the fuck. And there's scientists that are like, well, it's gravity and AKA plus 47 and blah, 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 and square 42 and rah, 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 rah. I don't know about all that rah-rah social science crap. I don't know. But I know that it doesn't make any damn sense. Okay? I don't care if you have an IQ the circumference of the fucking sun. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't just make fucking sense. Okay? And I'm willing to accept that shit. I'm on a planet floating in the middle of nowhere. Nothing below me or above me. It's just floating. And I'm hoping it's going to keep doing its thing so I can stay alive. And I don't need to know how. I don't need to know how. I don't need the circumference of the fucking sun and the distance and the logic and the gravity. I don't need to know all that shit. Okay? All I fucking know is I'm a little person. I'm a little person in a big world. It's a beautiful world. And I'm a little person. And I know that tomorrow the sun's going to fucking rise. And I know that tonight there's going to be a big ass pretty moon to look at. I know that. I know that when I walk out, I can see stars. I know that fucking much. I don't need to know anything else. I really just don't. I have to expect that. And the same way you expect the sun to come up tomorrow is the same way you need to accept and expect that this will not be kept from you. It will not be kept from you, because if it is yours and it is meant to be for you, it will be. It won't be kept. And the same with material things. You need to know that money does not come just by hard work. Money and abundance does not just come by specific things of doing it. Money can just manifest. And I know it's crazy, but it's true. And the people that believe that find themselves in opportunistic moments that bring them wealth. Find themselves stumbling upon books they write, movies they make, art they create, people they marry, ideas that they create things. They find themselves in these opportunistic moments because they believe it, because there's no wall, because there's no barrier. It just is, and it will be, and it is so, and it is done. There's no doubt. And it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming because the wall is open. The breakthrough has been made. They've manifested it. Yes, that has a lot to do with your chart. I'm not going to be so stupid that I'm going to say everybody can think and feel that way. I'm not going to say that, but I will say everybody can think and feel that way. Some people can do it easier than others. Some people have a really hard time getting to that place, but it's all possible for everybody. And there is some kind of a wall for you guys, and it's A has to happen, B has to happen, C has to happen. Those are our walls. We have barriers and we have walls, and they are real, and they are logical, and they make sense, and they're physical, and there's actual barriers. It could be karmic relationships, it could be jobs, it could be miles. Whatever it is, there are these barriers, and there's just, it's so real to you that how could you not see it? You have to unsee something physical? Well, yeah. How do you do that, Steph? How do you unsee something in my face? You speak it. You fake it till you make it. It's true. You have to say things every day for over 21 days in a row. You have to say it. There's nothing standing in my way from everything I want and everything I desire. There's nothing standing in my way. Nothing. Nothing is keeping me from the abundance that I have coming towards me. Nothing is in the way of love that I have coming towards me. Nothing is in the way. It is open, and I am ready. When you have your hands out ready to receive, the universe has no choice but to produce it. It takes strong belief, but it does happen. We just have to get to that belief point. And it's so hard when we have guilt and we have shame and we have lack of self-worth. It's so hard to get there, but we're there and we can do it. But in order for things to get moving forward on that note, we have to let this note die. Why does this note have to die? For the feminine. Why does this have to be dead? Why does this have to be dead for the feminine? Bottom of the deck, number 16, Towers. Towers. Number 1, things have to die so you can have something risen, so you can rebuild. But the card that came out for you is the number 42. And it's a girl on the floor, and she is kind of, I think she fell. And she's afraid to get back up again. I think that's a lot of what you're going through. You fell, it's hard to get back up again. Your relationship ended. How are you ever going to have another one? If your relationships have been what they've been, which is pretty shitty, how are you going to have a new one? Until we have conquered that fear, till we've conquered that relationship, we're going to keep recreating the same relationship with different people. So anyways, there's a girl on a tightrope. It's her. She's remembering, looking back at what she was. She's looking back at how high she was on the high wire, how everybody was looking at her, how she was the star of the show, how beautiful she was, how gifted she was, how everyone looked up to her. She was in the prime of her life, in the prime of everything. That was it, spotlight. And for the feminine, it's you thinking it's as good as it ever got. Whatever I had was the best it was, the best that ever will be. I'm not going to have anything that good again. You're kind of putting your past on a pedestal. This is as good as it gets. I'm not going to have anything that good again. It's not true. You have to get back on the wire again. You cannot tell yourself that whatever you just fucking hellfire you went through was as good as it's going to get. Do not tell yourself that. Please do not tell yourself that. There is so much love and joy to be had. And Spirit's like, yeah, so we need to let that die so you can quit looking at the past. Do you ever catch yourself looking at the past? Just constantly replaying it. Thinking about what was, you know? Oh man, that was such a good day. We had such a good night. Oh, you know, oh my God, that trip was amazing. You know, that summer was so great. You know, it's okay to look back, but when we live there, when we put it on a pedestal and just tell ourselves that it can't get any better, that was the epitome, the climax. It's not true. There's more to come in your life. This part of your life is done. The chapter of this is over. You're evolving. Remember the 6 of Wands, the world, completion. It's now time for the caterpillar to think that it is dead. It's now time for the caterpillar to build his chrysalis. Mars in Pisces, the chrysalis. It's time to let this body go, these memories go, this past, this relationship, let it go. Because you're about to be coming out a butterfly. You're about to come out a phoenix. And remember that last little flame was still burning. And the ashes were pretty much created, but it wasn't completely finished. The fire wasn't done burning. Now, The fire must be put out. It's the last flame. It's over. Just like Maleficent, when we thought she died, we're all bawling our ass off. She's flying into the crowd. She's saving her daughter, stepdaughter, and it's hers. But everyone's crying, thinking Maleficent died. And then, from the ashes, she's the phoenix, the ancient one. And that's what you guys are. You're the ancient ones. Did you guys forget that you're transformers? I think you did. People are probably going to think I'm crazy after this reading. But these soulmates are transformers. These soulmates are ancient. Whatever little physicality you guys are going through, you're about to transform it. Okay? You're going to let this shit die so you guys can come back reborn. I like to think of it as reincarnation. It's kind of like that, but you're not literally going to die, but it's like that. And reincarnation, like What Dreams May Come, he and his wife died, long story short, and Robin Williams is in there if you want to watch the movie What Dreams May Come, but they end up wanting to be reincarnated back on the earth again. And they show up and they meet again, this time as children, 2 different bodies. Now, obviously, you guys aren't going to have 2 different bodies. But maybe, you know, for some of you guys, maybe it's another lifetime. Maybe in another lifetime, you're going to be back together in the future. But it could also be, more majority of what I'm feeling, is you're going to die with this relationship the way it was. He or she's going to grow. You are going to grow. And you're going to meet and cross paths again. Maybe at a mall, maybe at a restaurant, maybe through friends, maybe in a store, maybe on Facebook. But you're going to cross paths again, one time, one place. And there's going to be a recreation, a new beginning, a new interest. And you're going to get to know this person as a new person, and they're going to get to know you as a new person. Now, whether that's in this lifetime or the next, it's the same shit. You're going to transform. You guys are going to let this old past die and transform. Lessons learned. So let's read this card, because I've been talking way too much. It is ambition, goals, and inspiration. If you want to make your dreams come true, the first thing you have to do is wake up. This is by J.M. Power. This card is about setting a target, a goal, something to strive for, a purpose. Motivation and ambition is needed. We now have something to aim for. Success is a chosen field. A young performer lays on the floor in almost a fetal position, possibly exhausted at the point of giving up. Despite the constant efforts and repetition she has put into this so far, she has once again questioned herself. What am I doing? Can she ever be good enough to be up there? Will she ever make it? Despair, doubt, frustration cloud her progress. Possibly her efforts are hampered further by other limitations, physical or mental. It's always obstacles. Or possibly outside factors. Other commitments distract her or compete for her time too. She may be overwhelmed. It's easy enough to dream and establish goals. The question now is whether that dream is reality, if it's achievable, or is it a distracting oasis that is like a mirage and will simply torment you but never be reached. And that's this Fool card. That's the clarification of this new beginning. The way you're seeing things is you need to take a leap of faith. Someone said it's 11:11. We had 144 minutes when you said that. Ironic. Or is it? It's a message. You have to step through and stop doubting these things. It's either going to be all in or all out. There's no dancing around it. If you want to achieve a goal, you have to focus on yourself, right? Of course, you always hear that. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Are you chasing a dream? Are you chasing something unattainable? What is this high standard that you've set for yourself? I want to know what this high standard is. What is this dream, this high standard? God never gives us dreams we can't fulfill. Okay, you keep that in mind. So what is this dream that you feel is unattainable, or maybe that just feels unattainable? Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. Okay, that makes sense. Some of the things that you want to change, you can't. There are some things you physically can't change, and it pisses you off. Example, your lover is with someone else. You can't change that. You've tried. Maybe you've tried all avenues. Can't. They're in there because of free will. You can't fucking change that. Maybe there's other things. There's distance. You're 2,000 miles apart. You can't change your location. That's not going to fix things. You would love to have a family and a life and a home. But damn, there's a country between you or an ocean. Okay? Or maybe your person is in a relationship married. They are literally married. They're not going to get divorced tomorrow. You know, these are big barriers. These are big hurdles. Maybe your person is doing life in jail. Can't change that. Can't change that. There's no hopes. That's it. That's even worse than someone being married. It's like that person's gone. And that's a real death right there. So there are just things that we can't change. Things that are just in our way. And we have to accept that those are some things we cannot change. Now, we have to accept them, obviously. Okay, the serenity prayer. But there are things you can change. How you react to these situations. You may have a goal. You may have a dream to be with that person. But there are these barriers. There's miles, there's marriages, there's relationships, there's whatever. There's barriers between you and this person. It's not to say that that dream is never going to be within reach. It means that the way you think this dream is going to work out may not. And a lot of you are going to say, well, what do you mean by that? It may not. If you have something written down and it's something like, this person is going to be separated by June 2021. They're going to be, legally divorced by June 2021. I'm going to move to this place, August 2021. And we're going to be married, October 2022. This is you setting up specific arrangements, creating these walls. Because if that's not how Spirit sees it, if that's not how it's going to go, then you're never going to attain it. And the only one making those walls is you. Right? You're the one making those barriers, those hurdles, those obstacles. Because you're creating limits. What if you don't have to wait till June 2021? What if Spirit wants to make that person divorce next week? What if? Anything's possible. What if Spirit has something else in plan? What if that person's wife or husband is going to fall in love with somebody else? and they're going to move out. They're going to find someone. Okay. You see, there's different possibilities. There's different things that could start taking place. But if you're creating barriers and walls, and you're telling the universe, in essence, I'm not going to have what I'm going to have until these specific timelines are met, then you're making your own obstacles, okay? And you're not allowing the universe to manifest. You're not allowing it to flow and work naturally. You're trying to control it and manipulate it a little bit too much. And don't forget, we have to let go of that control. Right? Isn't that what it said? Well, bottom of the deck somewhere, it said that. Wherever it was. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. There are things that are going to happen for you that's even better than you thought. And there are some things that you're probably going to get told no on. For whatever reason, you have to trust that those things are happening for a reason. Sometimes God's rejection is his protection. Things are not always going to go as planned, but we have to be open for when they are. I know it's pretty much going to talk about the serenity prayer, but we're going to just read it anyways. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Right now, your soul is learning to accept. This may force you to feel out of control in this situation. Realize that the universe has given you incredible opportunity to release this control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there's a rhythm and a reason to everything in life, rather than thinking that these are accidents or things that are occurring are just moments in time, conditions, or their divine design. Maybe it is the person that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand with both sides of the situation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition and let it die, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're okay with the devil card, okay with the karma, or you support what happened. It means that you see it for what it is and you recognize that there is something rich to learn from it and something better in your future. Remember the manifestations. You can call good things into your life. If you're in an energy of prosperity and growth and wealth and health and abundance and joy and true happiness, what are you going to attract? All of those things. So that's why Spirit wants it to die, because right now you guys are more repelling each other than calling each other in. And you don't even know it. And I'm just going to put it out there for those that are still kind of not following. If you are depressed, you're repelling your person. If you don't like the way you look, you're repelling your person. If you're not doing well financially, you're repelling your person. If your house is cluttered and full of crap and you can't move, walk anywhere, and live in happiness and cleanliness, you're repelling your person. If you beat yourself up every day and have no self-confidence, you're repelling your person. And even if it's not a person, you're repelling love. You're repelling it. If you're focused on the past every day, you're repelling your person. And so this is all about Spirit saying we got to stop repelling each other and we got to start calling each other in. And the only way to call each other in is to let this situation die and accept that. Spirit, tell me a little bit more about the acceptance and what will come. Show me the acceptance and what will come. Oh my gosh. You guys got, we are soulmates. Whoops. We're soulmates. Okay, we just said what's going to happen, what's going to come. New information. You're going to be getting some new information in the future, okay? Because remember, whatever's meant to be yours will always be yours. Even if you let this door close, even if you let it die, if something's meant to be for you, it will always be. There's no stopping it. But whatever's not meant to be, let it go. The other card is, I'm on my way. So believe me, this is what's going to happen. Movement, action, your person coming in on their way. Bottom of the deck, even through this, I still love you. Even through this death of our relationship, ending of our love, ending of the cycle, even through this darkest night, fire and ashes, I still love you. Okay, you can't forget that. Spirit, what's to come? What's to come? For the DM and the DF, what's to come? Magic is in the air. I see pumpkins and candles. Halloween's right around the corner. The other card is clearing. Okay, we've been getting that a lot lately. And the other card is karmic chains broken. So you're finally clearing the air. Look at that, air clearing, finally clearing the air and breaking karmic cycles, breaking karmic chains. That's what's coming. So by you guys letting this die, that's what's coming. And look who's coming home. Maybe by Thanksgiving, maybe by Christmas, Mama's making a pie. Okay, someone's on their way. So we really do have to, and we talked about 3 months, didn't we? Divine Feminine. I don't know where I got that shit earlier, but we talked about 3 months. And we talked about you getting your stuff together and doing some deep healing for this 3 months by letting this go and letting this die. Okay, so this can be reborn and there's something good that can come from all of this. Let's get a love oracle. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, hello. This is a crazy card. Serge Gainsbourg? Serge Gainsbourg? I don't know who this is. I have no fucking clue. I'm just going to go with it. Beauty is the promise of happiness and a guarantee of despair. When I leave you shall have no kiss left. To love you must ignore the difference between pleasure and pain. So, is that one card? Oh no, we did get 2. So the love oracle is, beauty is the promise of happiness, but the guarantee of despair. And I think that whatever was superficial is going to die. There's going to be some despair. If somebody's broken up with somebody because of some superficial bullshit, that's dying. The superficial attraction was a instant fix, a quick fix, but it leads to despair, okay? There will be no kisses left in that relationship because when you really love someone, you know the difference between pain and pleasure, and you know the difference between fickle, fake beauty and real, genuine love. Love may come with pain, but it also transforms into beauty. So there's beauty in this relationship, and there's also superficial beauty. Something's being transformed here. Then we have Billie Holiday. A kiss never tasted is like fine wine wasted. You'll never know when to stop until you've had too much. You can find friends in the darkest places. I love it. So you guys are going to find each other, and there is going to be romance. There's going to be sexual passion between the two of you guys. And don't waste it. Don't waste it. Just don't go based on superficial, sex. It has to be intimate. Bottom of the deck is Jane Austen. She's one of my favorite authors. None of us want to be in calm waters all our lives. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife. There are as many forms of love as there are moments in time. I like that. So love can come in so many different forms. So many different transformations. Your guys' love has transformed through the ages, okay? It has been Passionate, pleasurable, romantic, deep, dark, happy, sad, beautiful, young, old. It's been everything. Your love has just changed a lot. It comes in so many forms. Life is about to change again for you. Magic is in the air. You're going to clear the air. There is going to be communication between you and this person, but I still think there's going to be 3 months for the Divine Feminine to heal. And I still think that the Divine Masculine has 48 hours starting tomorrow to make a very difficult decision. And it's going to guide you in a specific direction. And I do think if you don't start moving and communicating towards the femme, she's drifting away or he is drifting away. And that's just a lesson that will have to be learned. But Spirit, can you give me an outcome? Can you give me an outcome, please, for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine? Okay, so I've got that card. And I'm going to pull some love oracles as well for the outcome. Give me the outcome, please. Outcome, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Whoops. Okay. What is the outcome? Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine outcome. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, secure love nest. So the outcome looks pretty secure. Okay, you guys are safe. Why? Because whatever's meant for you, whoops, sorry, will always be yours. Remember, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for he is with me. Thy rod and thy staff protect me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I think that's kind of how it goes. For if he is with me, then who could be against me? Something like that, okay? So you have to have faith. I think what if is this reading, but you have to have faith, okay? What if, but you have to have faith. And you really have to go through that. Let's go ahead and see the outcome. The first card I picked is blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So I think both of you are going to be accepting responsibility for your own lives. He's going to stop blaming you. She's going to stop blaming you. You're going to stop blaming each other. Okay? No more blame. Blame, dealt with. What are the other cards? Lip service. So there's going to be kissing. There's going to be talking. There's going to be communication. We got hitched. So there is going to be a union in the future for you guys. There is going to be a union. There is going to be a reconciliation. It was already guaranteed through the judgment cards. We have in the spotlight. We have a broken heart, needs attention. Okay? I'm also feeling a key to the heart here, but your guys' broken heart is focused on. In the future, you are going to have long-term. Could be a baby in the future, but there's going to be a long-term relationship here with this person. Watch very soon. Again, I'm feeling 3 months, but you know, it's going to be different for everybody, but that's what I'm feeling for this reading. Okay? But it is going to happen very soon. They are going to take responsibility. Somebody's going to take responsibility for their actions. Bottom of the deck down here is death. Wow, I've been channeling it. Finally, it comes out. Finally, it comes out, the death card. Just like I was saying, guys, I am learning that endings are merely new beginnings, and that's the big one for the outcome. Big. All right, so let's read that. We'll be done. If I can find my, I don't know, I always say I'm going to be done, and then I'm never done. I know you guys are laughing at me right now. Yeah, right, Steph. You done? Ha! Believe me, I am going to be done. It's been long. Okay. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Death is an illusion. It's a fact of life that the human body we use to travel to the earth with must eventually stop working. It's not meant to exist forever. The energy and consciousness that inhabited that body is free and returns to its natural home. But it never abandons us. Learn how to view death as merely a change, and everything must change, because stagnation extinguishes progress. The same is true for your relationship. A soul lesson may be completed, and it's time to move on beyond this point of familiarity and expand into new horizons of learning and development. This is a wonderful opportunity to thank this person and their soul's journey with you through this life, who has shared a part of your path and taught you so much. So saying goodbye to this person. Why is that important? I mean, a lot of you guys don't want to say goodbye. A lot of you can't, especially if there's children involved. I can't say goodbye. But that's kind of what's needed. Even if you have children, it's kind of what's needed. Saying goodbye. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen, Karen. You have to say goodbye so this person can come back. They're never going to feel your absence until you're really gone. And I don't think someone has allowed themselves to be gone. We got a few cards here. We have freedom. Oh my God! Look at this. I didn't even notice. Freedom is sitting there. And then freedom's at the bottom of the deck here. How weird is that? Two bottoms of the deck is freedom. The other bottoms of the deck is the bird cage. And look what's in this picture. The bird cage. Obviously, that's a sign. You guys are freeing yourself from this karmic cycle and this cage of stagnation. The cards that fell out for you is expansion, change, wow, expansion, change, progress. Progress is the other one. And last but not least, meditation, skull cap. I love it. So the ending of this reading is, you know, let freedom ring. Free yourself from the constrictions and the confinement of what this relationship was. What it was a hot-ass mess. What it was drama. What it was disrespectful. What it was bullshit. What it was painful, 3 of swords, third party, 4-cup, rejection, bullshit. That's what it was. That's what the fuck it was. What the fuck it was a hot-ass fucking mess, and you deserve the freaking best. And that's what Gaia's trying to tell you. That's what Mother Earth's trying to tell you. Even for the masculine, you need to bring up your self-esteem. Stop beating yourself up. Whatever was, happened. We're not going to sit here and dwell on that shit. We have to let it die so we can move forward, so we can move the hell on with our lives. Whether it's together or apart, we've got to let go. We've got to close the door. We've got to let freedom ring. We have to be happier away from this shit. We can't live our lives anymore like this. I think the card that I'm going to read is freedom. I really just think that is the loudest card. We got it twice. And the birdcage there, it's about freedom. So I'm going to read that one. And that is the number 23. Goes to the number 5 of change. Okay. So this is the mugwort. And it says the step back and observe. You've heard that twice now. Because you are being given an opportunity to find pathways to the freedom you desire. Meditation, which you also got, is needed. And divination and visionary practices are going to help you find your way out and explore major themes right now. You are being reminded to take heed of an intuitive experience or a message that you may have ignored or not really understood till today. Now today is the right time to trust what you feel inside, what you know to be true, and take the high road that freedom will offer. Remember, what is right for others will not necessarily be right for you. Listen to your own heart. Screw them. So there's that. And I'm going to read meditation because they've said it twice. Well, you've gotten it twice. So obviously meditation is going to be a big thing for you right now. Okay, so there is a change coming up. Some things will begin to look a lot brighter. Thank God. Goals are also highlighted today. So now is a good time to sit down and perhaps check in with old and current, new goals, old goals, new goals, and give some deeper thought to how you're going to make that happen. There is hope for there is hope for anything you may be concerned with. Woo! Do you want to hear that? You need to hear that. There is hope. Spirit wants you to know that. Faith, hope, okay? There is hope for anything that you may be concerned with, and know that a positive outcome actually looks more promising than what you believe. Inspirations should be surrounding you, and the opportunity to work with and inspire others is coming up. So don't let any good ideas gather rust. Have faith and believe in yourself. All right, guys. I love it. I hope this reading was good for you. I just want you guys to know that, change is here. Something to be happy about is always change. It's almost like you guys were suffocating and you need to breathe. And this whole situation was suffocated with pain from the past. And now you guys are going to be free and you're going to breathe again. So, whether it's getting out with friends, new people, having good times, loving yourself, meditating, just being happy. It's all good. It's all for you. If you have to cut those last cords with these relationships, do it. Because whatever's meant to be will always, 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 always find its way back to you. And you must have faith in that. Know that this decision is going to lead you in the right direction. That letting go is going to take you to the right place. Because there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong decision. It's all growth and it's all good. Everything happens for a beautiful reason. And I think you guys are going to be just fine. In fact, I think you guys are going to be way better than fine. Just let this go. So hopefully this message was good for you. I'm going to leave it on the note where I said, there's a girl on a cliff. She's afraid she's going to fall. But my dear, what if you fly? Okay? What if you fly? So don't be afraid to let this die. Because what if you rise like the phoenix? And you need to keep that in mind. And like I always say, guys, this love is a journey. It's not a destination point. We're not here to get to destination points. We're here to just keep swimming. Every reading is one swipe of the swimming arms in the ocean, okay? Every reading unfolds a new page in a beautiful book that's unfolding before you. That is your life. Okay, it's all meant for you right now in this moment, and this too shall pass. And all this drama, you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. You're going to look back. It's only temporary. It's all good. It's all good. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed, beautiful, wonderful night. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're interested in joining my tarot class, if you want to read like me, you can go to jks1111.com. It starts January 1st. If you want to make payments, you can. Put it in the donation with a note. It has to be $99 increments if you are, or you can just pay it all up front. If you've already done payments through Venmo, stop doing Venmo and finish this upcoming month through my website, JKS. There'll be a donation button and you just donate with your note of your other payment for the class. It's a live class. You will get to ask questions at the end of the class and you'll get to learn tarot. We're going to start with the history of tarot, what the occult and mysticism is behind it, the ancients and how they used it. You're going to learn about that. You're going to learn about the symbols of the cards and the numerology of it, what it means, the planets, everything. That's going to be a class. The next class is going to be the major arcanas, and the next class is the minor arcanas. Then you're going to learn how to do it in different, so on and so on. So anyways, there's a lot of good things in all these different classes. There's 6 classes. I might push it to, 7, but there's 6 definitely. Okay, there might be an extra one involved in there. It's all covered there by one price. If you subscribe to that class, it would be just great, and I think you would really enjoy yourself. Anyways, that's that. If you guys want to purchase anything else on my website, you can also do that. I'm not offering any personals at this time, but you're welcome to schedule something for the future. I think I have some February. Okay. I thank you guys so much for everything you've given me and all the time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support, your patience, and your love. Thank you, moderators, for everything you've given this channel. It wouldn't be what it is without you. There's no way that it would. And so I have great appreciation. For those of you that are looking for your live personals with the $33 donations, it's coming towards the end of this month. I'm thinking I might just go ahead and do it tomorrow if I should have some time. And most likely I will do it tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. It might be tomorrow evening. But if you still want to get your name on the list for the private lives, well, the personal lives, I pull some cards in your name and answer some questions. Everyone that has their list, their name on the list, should be watching on that live. I will timestamp it if you're not there, but it will be on a live. And if you are live with me at the time, I'll be able to answer your questions live with you. But if you're not present, you know, that's okay. I'll just timestamp it and pull some cards for you. But that is available. And if you want to jump in on that for this month of September, I'm offering it with my, I cannot talk today, extendeds. So all my 12 Zodiac monthly extendeds, it's $99 a month. You get to see the month's extendeds, all 12 of them, also the previous months. So you get to kind of backlog and watch other extendeds as well. And often, more times than not, some of those readings still mean something to you today because they're timeless. So anyways, there's just a plethora of messages for you to go ahead and watch. And if you are interested in that $99 subscription, it's not a one-time payment and you just have access for the month. It's a subscription. And to be a subscriber on my website is different than being a subscriber on YouTube. That means you're going to actually have to go to jks1111.com and go to monthly extendeds, and then you can subscribe, and then you can set up a login. And once you set up the login, it will be emailed to you. Always check your spam. And it will authorize your login information, making sure you can pick a password. And then you can get logged in and start viewing those videos, okay? So go ahead and do that whenever you're ready so you can watch the extendeds for September. They're already up. All of them for September are up. And I'll be starting on October here this upcoming week. So I'm going to try to get a head start on October. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed, beautiful night. That is it. Have good luck with everything that you're doing, meditating and manifesting love and manifesting abundance. I don't think you need much luck. I think it's coming into you, but still, good luck. I love you guys. Bye. Really bye this time.